welcome to This Square Room. This week is a special week because we are celebrating 100 consecutive episodes. We have not missed a week.
Oh, shit.
Realistically, I'm just like,
100.
I didn't, it's like you thought you would get there, but like, I feel like we got here so much faster than, you know, you're like,
Yeah, no, actually, it's very impressive. When you think about 100 weeks, it's very impressive.
Yeah, we haven't missed a week. Yeah. We've been consistent throughout COVID, throughout holidays.
Wow. I heard Hall, and never mind, forget it. Don't worry. Just keep going.
Okay, weirdo.
Yeah.
But yeah, Hugh, how you feeling about 100 episodes?
Nah, it's good.
Oh my god.
Just over another week, I guess.
Okay, no, this is the type of response I wanted. Des, how do you feel about 100 episodes?
Woo! Very excited. Oh, that was too much?
I mean, it was a lot, but
it was very exciting.
It was a lot. It's pretty extra, man.
I was actually I was driving here, I was on the highway as I'm looking at the cop car. It was just like,
wait, what?
oh.
They were like behind you?
No, they were beside me, but.
Oh.
Like,
I thought you were like, as I was getting pulled over.
I can't draw attention to myself right now.
Yeah, you can't, because he was probably not doing something that he was not supposed to be doing. What?
Literally, what I'm doing is what I'm not supposed to be doing.
Right. Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
no.
I would.
Oh, yeah.
I don't worry about
thumbs up.
Yeah,
buddy.
I'm like,
yeah, you
keep doing your job, bud.
You do an aggressive thumbs up too. Like there's power behind.
Good job.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. I was like, wow, 100 episodes. Wow.
Another one.
Because a lot of people who start podcasts, who have promoted their podcasts, I see episode 15 and then I never see them again.
Yeah, or you get 20, 30.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Sometimes 50,
because
but
they're doing it for the wrong reason. They're doing it because they want to get money quickly. They're not doing it because they actually enjoy it. They see it as a money grab.
Do you enjoy it?
Yeah, that's why I'm still here.
That's the spirit. Do you enjoy work?
Working.
Work.
Don't do that,
Work?
Des.
Do I draw
I just
my
wanted
job?
to hear, yeah.
Not really.
That's why you're still there.
No, I'm there because it makes me money. And I'm kind of too comfortable there.
Tell me about it.
But, yeah, so a little over 2 years. So this is 2021. So end of 2018, Hugh and I had the idea to start this podcast. And it really was like a labor of love. We put a lot of thought, the fact that we spent so long trying to think of the name. Yeah, Hugh wanted to call it.
That's why I wanted to call it that.
And I was like, absolutely not.
Yeah, I can hear you say that.
Of course.
We bleep that out.
What?
The name. What he wanted to call it.
I keep that in my brain, man.
He wants it.
I'm serious. Bleep it out. I'm not joking.
I'll bleep it out, but you're actually insane. The thing that anyone else would want that name.
People are weird, man.
No, but then I came up with the name Dirty Laundry.
Oh, yeah.
And we both loved it.
That sounds spicy.
But it was taken.
Yeah.
And these people, just like you said, they started the podcast.
They only 20.
And then they didn't continue.
And they just stopped. They just left it up.
I mean, actually, I haven't looked into.
No, there's nothing to look into.
Break my heart.
No, to see if they maybe did, but
Fuck
they
them.
stopped for a long time.
That would break my heart.
Yeah.
Because that's actually really good.
I know, right? It was a good name.
It was a name. But oh well, it is what it is.
That sounds super spicy. That sounds like you guys just talk about problems.
Well, we do.
Yeah, exactly, right? So that would have been good.
Yeah, money.
Oh wait, hold on. No. I don't want to give misinformation. Their most recent episode was uploaded yesterday.
What was the number?
It looks like they restarted because it says episode 3.
These fucks.
Yeah, it looks like they
restarted.
Give me the name, you dipshits.
Yeah.
Come at me, bitch.
So then we were
Dirty Laundry. Fight me.
I don't know, or maybe the original Dirty Laundry. Maybe because they stopped. Maybe these are new people who snatched up the name.
If the dirt's in Canada, come at me, bro.
If the dirt's in Canada, yeah. So I don't want to shit on these people. So maybe
I am.
No, because maybe
come at me, bro.
Maybe the original people who had the name, they actually did stop because for a long time. Because I used to, even though we already had our podcast,
just check.
Yeah, because I'm like that should have been my name, but
Gonna let it go, bro.
No, but it's funny because I think Hugh one day I'm like, come on, we got to think of something, and you were like, I don't know, what about The Square Room? And I'm like, no. I'm like, I don't like that.
Yeah, and this what?
And then I was like, how about this square room instead of the square room? To me, it made a huge difference because to me, the square room, it could be any room, but we're talking about this one.
You know what I just heard
Wait,
when you said that?
Wait, what? Did you just say this square room twice, but this is in a different way?
No,
I heard.
I said the square room could be any room in the world, but we're talking about this one.
I heard Pinky and the Brain, where Pinky would come up with an idea, and Brain would repeat it, but act like it's his idea. Same thing with Timon and Pumbaa. Pumbaa would come up with the idea, and Timon would be like, no. You know what we should call it? This square room. And Pumbaa would be like, okay, cool.
No. I acknowledge that it was Hugh's idea for the name, but I didn't like the because it felt a little boring, and I was like, how do we switch it up? And I was like, this, and I'm like, he was like, yeah, that's cool, and I'm like, all right, cool.
He was like, I just wanted square room, to be honest.
Yeah, but then we were also like, square room alone is like
a square room.
Yeah, we didn't want a square room, the square room, just square room. It's this square room. So that's kind of the origin story. I don't think we've ever shared that before.
There's not much to share.
And what I will also share is that although Hugh-Gene and I started this, just the two of us, when I told Des that we were starting a podcast, when I tell you, this is like before one episode was even recorded, Des Wayne was so excited. He was like, okay, when are we recording? What are we going to do? And he would be like, oh, you should talk about this. You should talk about, like, he was so excited. He was our first and only guest, and it was kind of like fate that he eventually would weasel his way in,
of course,
to becoming a full-time, because, you know, like, honestly, like, periodically he would drop hints consistently, like, so when are you gonna have me on? I'm like, oh, you can come on anytime. He's like, no, I want to be a full-time host.
Put it into the universe, man. Isn't that what people say?
Des Wayne is the embodiment of manifesting what you want, and it just happens. He was like, I want to be a part of this podcast, and he made it happen. That's
crazy you say that, because now I think about it, the way you worded it, yeah. Sometimes I'll be like, oh, I want a car, but I don't want to buy one. And then a couple months later, somebody will be like, yeah, I don't want my car no more. Take it.
Take it? Who type of people do you know? Put me in touch with them.
The first car I ever had was when I was 18, and my mom and
Sasha. Rest in peace.
Yeah. My mom and that's what I named my car.
Well, what happened to it?
Where we live, only 2 cars can park on the driveway, and it was winter time, and every day I got a ticket.
Oh,
because I have to park on the side. Yeah, so I have no choice. I have nowhere to put her. Oh, so we couldn't fit her in the garage. Nothing. So my mom's just like, honestly,
someone's car got to go, and it's gonna be yours.
Yeah, exactly. And then after that, my aunt got a new car and gave me her car.
Oh, okay.
That was the red one. I don't think you've seen that one.
No.
And then this car was my mom's boyfriend's car. And he's like, do you want it? And I'm like, nah, I don't want it. Secretly, I wanted it, but you know you can't say yes right away.
I don't know why you do that. Why do you like to play hard to get with things that are already given to you?
It makes me feel like a better person.
But you're not.
If I'm like, here, Joe, you want this? And you're like, yeah, give me. I'm like, ugh.
No, I would be like, are you sure? Like, see, I could definitely use it, but like,
so you know, just don't give it to the person. Don't
so
offer
then
it.
I even said no. He asked again. I said no. And then my mom was like, just take it. You know he wants to keep it, but there's no way for us to keep it. So it's better you have it, because he's just going to sell it. And, you know, he said even if you don't want it, you can sell it and keep the money. And I was like, of course I want it.
Wait, so you've never had to buy a car?
No.
No, that's good.
Sorry, I felt like I had to sneeze.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something.
No, I felt like I don't know why you guys stopped talking.
Because I thought you were going to say something. I was like,
I turned away.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something like petty or something.
This fucking guy.
Oh, no. I was trying to like hold in the sneeze.
Goddamn privileged shit.
No, I think that's awesome.
Yeah, no.
I'm saying that in like admiration.
Spoiled. Thank you.
All right, moving into the actual meat and potatoes of the conversation.
To the dirty laundry of the conversation.
Don't. It's too soon.
Sorry.
Too soon. We could be 10 years in and it'll be too soon.
Sorry. It felt good.
Did you guys hear that China is now making it mandatory that any foreigner entering the country has to do the anal swab COVID test?
Because I'm not going to fucking China. I've actually wanted to go to China. China's a beautiful country, but
I know.
Not anymore. Fuck
yeah, I think that's the point, to scare people not to come.
I'm coming in for a vacation, but I'm getting a little more.
Yeah, they don't want you there, so don't go.
I don't know. It's just, I feel like it should be an option, you know?
No.
Like, China.
What?
There's no options. You're going to a communist country. There's no
like if it was up here and that's what they chose to do, a lot of people wouldn't travel anymore.
Well, did you guys hear about I think she said she was a nurse. It's this woman. coming back from, I don't know where she's coming back from, but she came like from Toronto. And she was like, I'm a Canadian, so I'm refusing the mandatory COVID test. I'm a Canadian, so I'm not going to stay in a hotel. Because, you know, now with the quarantine thing, if you travel internationally, they're making you stay in a hotel for the whatever. So she's like, I'm a Canadian. You can't make me do it. I'm like, stupid. Yeah. And like, it made news because, you know.
Because there's nothing else to be talk about.
Well, it's also because like they literally, people were arguing with her, but they didn't physically stop her either.
Yeah, they can't.
Yeah.
I mean, at least not from what I saw in the video. So I think that was her point. She's like, what can you do?
Wait, so did she end up going to a hotel?
No.
She just went home?
I'm pretty sure.
Are you fucking kidding me?
And she didn't she refused the COVID test.
If she does, however, leave her house to go, like,
that's fine. I think the hotel thing's fucking stupid.
Then she can get
charged.
That's
totally fine with me. I think the whole hotel thing is fucking stupid.
I do think that's weird because it's like, if I travel internationally and come back home, like, just let me stay at home in quarantine. Why do I need to quarantine in a hotel 10 minutes down the road?
No, it's because there's a money grab.
I think it's a money thing too.
It's a money thing and it's a power thing. This is why, like,
I guess they can regulate like the hotel thing more.
Yeah, but they don't. Because there's a lady who came back from Portugal, tested negative, stayed in the hotel for one night, and was charged $3,400. Not the government, the hotel. They charged her more, and that was for one night. And they decided, hey, we're gonna charge you. She was supposed to be charged, I think, like $2,000. Like, yeah, we're gonna charge you double. So this is why, like, when I heard this thing that was happening, and I heard the approval rating for it, which I thought was kind of bullshit, but I heard the approval rating was like 85% for that stuff. I was like, this is not smart. This is stupid.
I remember,
and it's not a good thing.
I was reading an article, and it was saying, you know, if you ever get stopped by the police, or, you know, they're giving you a ticket for whatever COVID reason related, just take the ticket and fight it in court, and you will win every time.
Yeah.
Because you're not breaking any laws.
Yeah.
They would like you to stay home. They would like you to do this, but there is no law. Yeah. And that's where these Karens are coming in, and that's where they're coming from by saying, you can't tell me I have to have this and I have to do this. Because technically they're right.
Yeah.
It's just, come on. Everybody else is
I don't know if either of you guys heard the situation. Another Toronto nurse, but this one was fired because her coworkers found out that she had OnlyFans. So she was fired for it.
Doing OnlyFans in the hospital?
No.
It was, remember what we were talking about last time? For those of you who don't know, something like this was brought up where...
a couple episodes ago.
Yeah. And it's literally the exact same thing why I said I would fire her, is simply because other people, not her, are talking about it and making a fuss about it. So they fired her.
So, and nurses are very gossipy too.
Her termination letter says, Dear Mercedes blank.
Oh, she get fired just for that name.
This letter is to inform you that your employment with blank, obviously they're not releasing the name of the hospital, will end as of the 24th of January 2021. Your dismissal is due to the following reasons. Unfortunately, the committee has received the documents, and due to the nature of the graphic content, we feel this is best for our team to avoid any work complications. Our employees are expected to maintain a level of professionalism inside and outside of blank. Explicit content and inappropriate postings are considered unacceptable behavior in our company. This decision has been finalized. You will receive 2 weeks of payment as compensation. Also, please keep in mind that you've signed an NDA, blah, 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 blah. I just think that other people were jealous. I stand by what I said weeks ago, where, like, nothing's wrong with that. She's not doing anything in the hospital. She's not walking around inappropriately. It's, like, interpersonal life. I think what she said happened was that she added some coworkers on Instagram,
that was a mistake.
And it was in her Instagram bio, so a coworker found it. Yeah. Now I understand why some people, like, even though, like,
private,
they're like, no to the coworkers and personal shit, and I get it. Yeah.
And that's why I was like, you know,
work friends,
I find out, like, that's it.
But sometimes work friends can be like some of the best friends that you make
at work.
But no, they can translate into real life.
Stay in work.
I think it all depends.
It depends,
like, yeah. There's some of my work colleagues that at work I talk to, I laugh with, but I don't have them on social media. Like, I'm not doing it because I know what I put on my social media. Yeah. So, and then there's some of them who I share like crazy stuff with them, and like we're really personal.
This was her, by the way.
Yeah, I seen her.
She's really pretty.
She's pretty.
She is. Yeah, she's gorgeous.
I hope she was my nurse.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
That sucks for her. She can apply if she wants to stay in there. She'll just apply for another hospital.
Speaking of OnlyFans, did you hear about the high school student?
Ew. There's a high school student with OnlyFans?
No.
Oh,
well,
good.
yes.
Ew.
She graduated. Her graduation picture, however.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's weeks old.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think she's high school. I think it was college.
It was high school, I think.
That was high school?
It was her high school graduation picture.
No, I'm pretty sure.
Are you sure?
I'm
No.
pretty sure it was college.
No, because she had implants, so I don't
her
think you
tits
can
look
get.
faked as fuck.
Yeah.
You can. Yeah, you can actually.
Can.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
I mean, you can, but like a parent would have to sign off, and like no. Most reputable surgeons, if your body is still growing, you wouldn't want to do that. But yeah, this young woman in Montreal or somewhere in Quebec, I believe she was graduating, and she like flashed or like showed a whole lot of underboob for her graduation picture, and it actually made the yearbook.
She couldn't do that in Ontario.
So it made the year like nobody's questioning how.
It's the French.
Why.
They're very liberated in that way.
So it's the Florida. Got it.
No, it's not the Florida. This is how Europeans are more liberated when it comes to that
Someone on the
shit.
yearbook committee was like, haha, that would be funny. And
they're like, either that would be funny, and the French are like, whatever.
Does the staff not have to oversee?
It's the French. They don't care, man.
Not
French,
all the time.
She's an
That's
adult.
crazy.
Also because it is a pandemic, so maybe they didn't have the normal supervision.
It's the French. The French are liberated like that, man. The Europeans are liberated when it comes to body stuff.
But yeah, you're coming with
if it was Ontario.
No, that's what that reminded me of.
If it was anywhere else in Canada, it'd be like, no.
Because of that one picture, like her OnlyFans blew up
smart.
like that.
So just capitalize on that and retire from your OnlyFans because it's not gonna last that long.
No, not at all.
Yeah, so just take whatever money you got from that.
Take the money.
Call it a day.
Yeah.
You know, you want a job? Well, I wouldn't have.
Do you guys remember before OnlyFans? It was private Snapchats. Do you remember that?
No.
You don't remember that?
I don't have Snapchat.
No, but that was like the thing that people had. Like, they would sell like
their private
Snapchat, and like it was like a monthly subscription, and they would post that shit on Snapchat.
I didn't know that.
And then I think Snapchat started cracking down, but that was around the same time that OnlyFans was picking up. So it was like,
this is not porn chat.
Yeah, but so there have been a lot of changes recently. Was it last week that we talked about Mr. Potato Head? Or was it the week before?
No, it was last week.
It was last week? Okay.
Potato Head.
Well, I'm talking about the artist formerly known as Mr. Potato Head. There's a lot more of these changes recently. Who do we got? Well, first of all, Dr. Seuss, famously known for Cat in the Hat and blah, blah, blah.
I heard about him. What was he getting canceled for?
There were 6 books of his that are no longer going to be printed.
Oh, man.
Because there are none that I knew, actually. Like, they're not, whatever. But because they perpetuate hurtful racial stereotypes. I saw one of them, and they had, like, it was kind of ignorant towards like Asians. Like they had like the people with like, whatever. And like his little rhymes were like, oh, and they're slanted eyes with their slanted this.
Yeah, but when was Dr. Seuss made?
I don't know. And it's actually Dr. Seuss. Remember we talked about that?
Is this shit,
I know. I said Seuss first.
I don't know. This is stuff people shouldn't take lightly because once books get censored, that's when you worry.
Well, here's the thing. I understand maybe not printing that anymore if it for this time.
Books should never be touched. Books should never be touched in general.
What I think they're going too far with is the Pepe Le Pew and the Tom and Jerry, and I think you guys are also saying Lola Bunny as well.
Yeah.
Well, I thought Pepe Le Pew would get shit because Pepe Le Pew is a French man stereotype. That's what he is.
They're not even talking about the stereotype.
Because that's what he is.
No, they're talking.
I know because it's rape culture.
They want
or whatever
Looney
the
Tunes
fuck that
to
is,
be canceled. They want to cancel Looney Tunes in general for adding to rape culture and normalizing sexual harassment.
It's because
Well, what is rape culture? We don't have a culture that accepts rape. You go to jail if you rape somebody. What's a rape culture?
It's normalizing it, apparently.
But that's just not like, rape. Rape culture is when, like, for instance, when like a boy gropes a young woman, and they're just like, boys will be boys. No, they're just talking about like
harassment goes into rape culture,
right? Or like, for instance, Pepe Le Pew. For people who are listening, because a lot of people won't know who he is or what he is. It's a Looney Tunes cartoon. It's a cartoon skunk. He's very much so in.
He's French.
He loves the idea of love, but like he's so aggressive. Like there's this cat that he's chasing, and the cat kind of looks like a skunk because it's a black and white cat, and he always like grabs her and kisses her and is like, "I'm gonna love you," but like she's always trying to get away from him, and he keeps pursuing very aggressively.
So sorry, I wanted to jump in right there. the issue I have with the Pepe Le Pew thing is simply because it's not that she is not attracted to him and she is pushing him off because he's trying to rape her or hold her hostage. If you watch the cartoons, because there's like kind of an order of them, it's simply because he's a skunk and he stinks. So she's always trying to get away because he smells bad. Yeah. And that's why when he's prancing around, she smells him first and she's like, oh my God, he's coming. Yeah. So she's trying to get away. There was an episode.
The one I saw, she didn't see him coming. Like
that's because he stinks.
By the time she realized he was there, he was all up on her.
And then there's one episode where he ends up in water or something and he ends up not smelling as bad as he does. Yeah. And she was all over him. And that's when he started to be like, whoa, relax.
Yeah. Oh my God, I think I remember that.
And that's why I was so mad when I saw this. When people are like, oh, he needs to be canceled. I'm like, that's not what it was saying. Like, yes, he's aggressive, but it's simply because he smells so bad and she's always trying to get away.
I think I understand, though. Like, people are saying...
makes too much sense.
They're saying he grabs and kisses a stranger repeatedly without consent and against her will. She struggles to get away, but he won't release her. Whether it's for the smell or she just isn't interested, if someone's trying to get away, you need to back off. So I kind of understand that, but what I think about this, and even Tom and Jerry are being canceled because of lots of situations of like blackface, like in so many episodes. Like there's so many.
No, I've seen them. I used to watch Tom and Jerry all the time when I was a kid.
Yeah, like
I watched all that shit when I was a kid, bro.
Right, and
laughed.
Like these are not cartoons that are made now in 2021. I think that they should just let it be.
No, and this is done. It's gone.
Art should never be touched.
Like, let me ask you guys, like. We are 3 black people. Does a blackface on Tom and
No,
Jerry
you know what it is?
offend you?
You know what it is? It's fucking over. It's the fucking woke white people. That's what it is. It's the white people that are just like, oh, I am white. It's that's the people. And then the occasional woke black person. Most of it is the overly like I'm a white person and I'm gonna post my black square. It's the white person that posts a black square. That's the kind of people that's pushing this shit.
Because, like, it doesn't offend me.
It's the woke white chick.
If a cartoon today did that, then it's like you're willfully ignorant or you're purposely trying to
it's the woke
offend
white
someone.
Chicks.
So it's not okay today, but this wasn't made today. This was, like, I don't even think these cartoons, like, I don't even think these were
early
when
1900s.
we were born.
No, they were before
way before, like, you know, what were these, like, the 80s?
No, way
90s,
before that.
70s?
Way
when they first
that.
came out with Tom and Jerry and stuff like that?
Yeah.
It's
like, it was
old.
a lot. Like,
no, not even 70s. This is old. I'm talking like like Looney Tunes is like 1940.
I'm talking about these.
Tom and Jerry's just as old as Looney Tunes. I know, it's super old.
What I'm saying is, even what we saw back in the day, these were just like, you know, stupid reruns that would like play on TV and stuff. And like, I don't know. It's
this is what happens when everyone decides
I understand
to go woke.
why it would be offensive, but it's not made today. And I think we have to give some leeway for things like even comedy. Like people used to be able to make gay jokes, like comedians.
No, they still can. It's not on TV. They're still doing the comedy. Like comedians still. No, that's
all it takes is one person recording in the back, and then they're canceled.
Well, one in comedy clubs you can't record. That's where you can. It's like a big no.
You're not supposed to, but come on.
Yeah, but you're gonna get kicked out.
They got the evidence on their phone already.
And just because and you can see like there's guys like Mark Norman. All these guys make crazy wild jokes, and they get more popular. But the thing is with comedy, and the thing is too, if you're one of these people that are gonna start being like, oh, you said something offensive, comedy. If you try to do that with a comedian, they're gonna come back down on you, and they're gonna go harder. So the thing is that with comedy, it doesn't matter when it comes to like mainstream late night. Those kind of guys that have sold their souls. Then they have sold their shit. All those late night comedians are dog shit.
Do you know that like it's a pretty big joke. I don't know. I'm a fan of Joe Coy. I don't know if you're a fan of him. I'm not really a fan of him. No. Yeah, Joe Coy is a Filipino comedian, and I saw. I guess he uploaded this clip. I've seen this clip live on his comedy. He shared it on his Instagram, but I saw it on TikTok. Same clip. I've seen it many times before. But I was reading the comments. The clip is. He was just talking about how to tell Asian people apart if they have an accent. He's like, this only applies if they have an accent. He's like, Korean people always talk like they're high. And he does the impression, I'm not going to do it because I am not Asian and I'm not going to offend anyone. He says that Japanese people, the men always talk like from their diaphragm.
Yeah, whereas very much a chest language.
And the Japanese women, whether they're 12 or 70, they always sound like they're 12.
Yeah.
And after each one, he does
an
impression.
I've seen that.
Yeah, and then he was like, for Vietnamese people, they always sound like they just sniff some coke and
like
they're doing a
Never
drive-by, right?
Yeah.
So it's and he is a Filipino man. He's making. And he also states, he's like, this is only for Asian people who have an accent, because you can tell based on the accent. Yeah. The comments are like, inappropriate.
What's
How
the race
dare
of these people?
you? I don't know. It's just
mostly probably white.
But it's
woke white.
I'm just like, damn. So like a man can't even joke about his own people.
No, you can't.
And then people would be like, well, he's Filipino. He's not Japanese. You can't talk. But it's like, I don't think any of these Asian people were offended. They were like, oh, because he did it so tastefully that it's like.
But it's just like, you'll have black people talking about other black people, and then they'll be like, oh, why would you say that? You don't love your people. Why would you ever give them ammo to say blah, 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 blah? And you're just like, shut up. Man. Shut up.
When books and comedy gets touched, that's when you get worried.
But to answer your question, Tom and Jerry, the first episode was aired on February 10th, 1940.
Yeah, they're old.
1940.
Yeah. The first episode was called Puss Gets the Boot.
You know what? I like that. I do too. Like that.
And they know what they're doing.
Yeah. I love it.
So was the phrase "Puss in Boots" like that old?
Yeah. Like everything that we know is old, like beyond us.
Interesting.
Yeah, man.
I knew it was old. I didn't think that Shrek came up with it.
Because Pepe Le Pew is not going to be on the new Space Jam.
Yeah.
They're not going to put him in it because he's a rapist.
Seriously, Pepe Le Pew.
He's not going to be in it because he's a rapist.
He was in Space Jam?
Yeah. They're all the main Looney Tunes characters are in there.
New Space Jam's gonna suck. I already know that. It's gonna be dog
Wasn't
shit.
there already a remake?
No, LeBron's doing it right now, so it's gonna suck shit.
Oh, they've been talking about this for years then. Because I feel like
that movie's gonna suck.
And then what's the deal with Lola Bunny? They said she's too sexy.
She's too feminine and sexy.
Yeah.
So they're gonna make her fucking masculine and dudish because powerful woman shit. Fuck, I don't know.
Yes.
Because being feminine is not strong anymore.
The problem is that she's too sexy and comes off too feminine.
She's feminine and
they want to present her
sexualized.
as
Strong and masculine.
The thing is,
so that they're implying that you can't be both sexy and
strong.
feminine and strong at the same time.
Nope. Yeah. To be a strong woman, you can't be feminine anymore.
You can't be sexy.
Gotta be a dude.
I think everyone listening, whether you agree with my opinions or not, you know what I'm thinking right now. Like, that's complete bullshit.
It is bullshit, but that's our future.
That's
what
people
woke.
are making it.
That's what you want. People want to be woke. This is what you get.
Yeah.
You don't push back about woke shit. This is what you get.
You know, people who like are so focused on like being woke.
They're not woke.
And they're like, oh, my third eye is open. I'm like,
They're
maybe your third eye is open, but your two regular eyes are closed.
No. Your third eye is not open. Your third eye is closed. You just think it's open.
And it has all the little crusties in it. From
there's no crusty. It's just closed. It's just closed.
No, it's crusty.
Nothing,
it can be closed
there's
and
no
crusty.
crust there because it's never open. It's just closed. It's not even. There's no slit. It's just not there.
It just doesn't exist.
Not there. You think it's there, but it's not.
You went from close to just not existing.
Because I can't stand this woke shit. Because no one pushes back against it. Because everyone's fucking pussy, and this is what fucking happens.
Well, because if you
it destroys art.
If you tell them that they're not actually woke,
because they're not.
You're not woke.
Because they're not woke.
You're not woke enough to understand what I'm trying to say. You can't comprehend this because you're not on this level of wokeness.
Because they're not.
You just let them talk.
No, you don't let them talk. You shut them down and be like, "Hey, you sound like a fucking idiot. Stop saying your stupid shit."
Say whatever.
But when you let them talk, you lose your art. You start to have Dr. Seuss get canceled. You start to have Pepe Le Pew whatever the
Pepe Le
fuck.
Pew.
This is what happens.
He smells like poo.
This is what happens.
No, skunks don't smell like poo. They smell
like weed.
Skunk
His name is
no.
Skunk smells like weed.
I don't think so.
Because you don't smoke weed.
A lot of my close friends.
You're
smoke
like,
weed.
what? Is that weed? Oh no, it's a skunk. If it lingers too long, it's a skunk.
You think?
I know.
No. I was just actually gonna say the problem is that weed now is just so genetic. It's not natural. Mm-hmm. Like they're touching this and that because people don't like that strong smell. You remember back in the day, you'd be like, "Whoa!"
But it's also because me and you are so equipped to it that the smell, like I don't depend on my weed smell anymore.
The reason why I say that is because like I remember my cousin used to smoke. And when he would come back in the house, you're just like...
But were you smoking that often?
No, my cousin.
But were you smoking that often?
I wasn't smoking.
That's why you just smell like that.
I know, but I remember it smelling like a skunk.
Still does.
I don't think so. Because when people come in my car, you'd be like, your car stinks. Because I remember when I used to smell weed, I'm like, ew, why would you smoke that? The other day you came
here and I'm like, oh, you were smoking?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, yeah. I'm like, no, it's fine. Because like if you came in and smelled like a skunk, I would tell you.
Exactly. I remember my cousin would have to take off his jacket, leave it outside, come inside. Like back then it was bad. But now that everything, you can make it taste like candy. You can make it taste like this, smell like this.
But like, you ever be like driving have you ever been, I can't
Come
speak.
on, let's
Have
go.
you ever been driving and like you pass something like, oh yeah, there's like a skunk has sprayed somewhere here and it like lingers. It's just so nasty.
Yeah, skunk smell, it stays, and then weed, it's like, up and gone.
Right, but it's not lingering or not. It's just such like a nasty
smell,
pungent,
and
grotesque
that's why his name is
smell.
Pepe Le Pew.
Yeah, like pew.
Pew.
Stinky.
Because all those characters are all stereotypes.
Yeah.
Like Elmer Fudd, Elmer Fudd's the hunter. He's a hunter stereotype. The guy with the mustache, Southern guy.
No, they have
stereotype.
to get rid of everybody.
Pepe Le Pew is the French guy stereotype, like, because the stereotype. I'm sorry, French people. The stereotype is that French people kind of smell. And then the overly like sexual aggression that they said.
What
French
did you
guy
say?
Oh my god,
stereotype.
if they come for Bugs Bunny,
They have to come.
He is going to come for Bugs Bunny
Bugs
he's dressed
is the worst one.
He's dressed like a woman, so he's transphobic. It doesn't end. This is why
Bugs
we don't
Bunny,
push
'cause
back.
when I think, I'm like, he's so wholesome, but
No,
then I'm like,
No.
you know what?
He touched base on everybody.
Yes, he's
Probably.
next. The Martian man is probably called blackface.
Yeah.
What
yeah.
about Porky Pig? I love.
He's
Porky
next,
Pig.
fat shaming.
That's all, folks.
Yeah.
He's stuttering. He's a
And
stutterer.
they all make fun of him, and
Yeah, so you're bullying
I
him
used
because
to-
he has a speech
People
impediment.
made fun of him,
Exactly.
but he was my favorite little pig. I love pigs. Sorry.
yeah, he has a speech impediment, and every time he would talk, they would just cut him off.
Yep,
They don't
yep.
care what he has
Oh
to
yeah,
say.
they would take the cane thing and yank him off the
Yeah.
stage. Oh.
They have to come for
They're
everybody.
gonna come for every single one.
Every and
Or
anybody.
crazy idea. Leave it the fuck alone.
See what I'm saying? Because at the same time, Swiper taught me how to steal.
Because isn't what the
No. Doris says swiper, no swiping.
No, Swiper told me to
but
do
then
it.
But apparently, if someone just tells you don't, then you just
No,
can't.
3 times. 3 times though.
True.
See what I'm saying? You got to come for everybody.
Oh no, I forgot what I was gonna say. Hold on.
Desi, no whoring. Desi, no whoring. Desi,
wait.
no whoring.
Oh man.
That's feeling
He was like, "Get me out of here."
yes.
Yeah, that would.
Okay, since you're over it and we're all over it, you were saying something about Reddit. Let us what's going on, because I don't go on Reddit. I don't know what this Reddit
It's
story
nothing
is.
crazy. It's just a little fun story. So this kid, when I was a kid, I had a habit of entertaining myself in the weird ways, and one of those ways was throwing rocks as high up as I could in the sky. So one day I was at church and my mom is talking to someone, and I get away and start tossing rocks straight up in the sky. I can hear them land behind me or around me, but then I didn't notice that one of the rocks hit this girl right in the head. And then what happened is that all I saw was a little girl face down with rocks all around her. God knows how many fumbled her unconscious body before I noticed, but I didn't tell anyone. I just went back to my mom
I would have done the same thing.
and pretended to be as shocked as everyone else was.
I think that's a possible murder.
He was a child. It's okay.
Wait, was the girl alive? Like,
Who knows? Doesn't
He
matter.
didn't say.
Doesn't matter. God, she's in God's hands now.
that's the story you choose to share?
Yeah.
That's funny because I used to do that too, right? But I used to throw rocks in the air, like, but like
Until you
to turn
overshoot.
around and see somebody on
Just
the
on the
ground,
ground, just like-
followed by rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would actually go to my
She
mom.
got stoned, bro.
I'd
That's
act
some
like I
Old
didn't see
You
Testament
anything.
wouldn't.
shit.
You wouldn't stop.
No,
I would run over to the person.
I wouldn't.
If I was a kid, I wouldn't do anything.
Because if I run over to you, now I'm guilty. I don't want to be guilty.
Yeah.
No, I could have just walked up. It doesn't mean I threw them, but like I would. I would do the "Hey, are you okay?" and then if they don't, then you get closer and you're like, "Hello."
Maybe now, yeah. I'm a kid. No, I'm gone. See ya.
Gone.
She's in God's hands now.
Not my problem.
Got some Old
I
Testament
saw
shit.
nothing.
You wouldn't even like run, tell your mom, be like, "There's
Nothing.
someone laying out there." You don't have to say you did it. You would.
Nope.
I would
No.
at the very least tell my mom like, "Oh, there's someone out there."
With my mom, whenever I used to tell her something, she would always assume I was the one who did it. And now she obviously is my mother and should be able to tell when I'm lying.
Nah, man. Because, like, if I told my mom, she's a nurse, so she's going to have to do something, and then I'm not going to be able to go fucking home. I'm at church. I don't want to be here anymore. I've been here for
That's
fucking 2
so
hours sitting my
funny.
ass off, hearing this fucking boring-ass sermon. I want to go home.
Oh, God, that was the best naps I used to have.
Oh, my God, yes. Like, just get on with it, bro. Jesus did this. Can I go home now? Fuck, I want some food, bro.
Please.
Shit.
And don't invite all these fucking people to my house.
Oh,
either.
I never had that.
Oh, my God.
I
you're
never
so
fucking
lucky.
had
Ugh.
that. Because my dad would be like, go home.
Every
So
day
I
after
never had
church.
that
You know what's
shit.
funny? Like I was never forced to go to church because my mom just never made me. But I used to like going to my cousin's church because they were my cousins, and afterwards I would just go to their house and spend the rest of the day with them until like Sunday night. And there were a couple times actually I went to my friend's SDA church. I know both of you are Seventh-day Adventists, and I would go, and I really liked learning, like, because the choir did like the sign language thing, and I was like, yeah,
probably all fake and shit.
I still want to learn sign language, but I used to love that
with the white gloves, and like,
and they would let me join, but I'm like,
you're that fuck.
Yeah, I loved it.
And Pathfinder's just like,
I loved it.
It's like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Do you know how to sign your name? None of this is
real.
Do I know? Yeah.
Go. Let me see.
I know, but it's gonna be quiet for like.
Just.
I'll describe what you're doing.
D,
one finger.
D. One finger. D E S.
Oh yeah, you got a fist.
W.
Three fingers. Fist
Y,
again.
N.
Shakas.
E.
Claw. Is this E?
This is E.
Because I know it's JONEL.
E-L.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. This is E.
Wow.
What's yours?
I don't fucking care.
He's like, this is mine.
This is
middle
H.
finger.
H. U. H. No, what the fuck? I spelled my own name wrong.
H-U-H.
This is a G.
That's a G?
Yeah.
That's a little dick.
That's funny.
G-H. What's a hyphen?
I don't know.
Just fucking that.
Just go.
Just go fucking middle finger.
G-E-N-E.
Yeah.
I think your sign name, like, I don't think
It's
you would
easy,
be a hyphen.
No, I'd be like.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, no. This is what happens when Hugh.
Hugh learns different things.
You
right?
have a Reddit story? Share it.
That was it. I have a bunch more.
It was horrible, and it bothers me that there's no conclusion, but I guess that's the point.
That's the point.
Yeah.
But no, so now is the time where we are going to get into listener submitted questions. If you are listening to the podcast and you want to share a question, please write us at thisquareroom.com/ask. There's a little thing that you fill out, you put in your email, you let us know if you want us to say your name, and you ask us a question, or you share a story, or if there's something that we talked about, in a previous episode, you write about that too. That's just how you communicate with us. We share it on the podcast, and you become a part of the conversation. Wow. Again, that is thisquareroom.com/ask, or if you're just on our website, you can go to the Ask Us tab. And again, our website is thisquareroom.com if you didn't catch on.
If you didn't catch all that, guys, one more time.
thisquareroom.com/ask.
All right.
In honor of our 100th episode, we're going to do a few questions. I know we've done a couple in the past, but typically we keep it to one per episode, but we're going to do 3 today. First question, anonymous.
Yes. No. So we can use her name.
Oh, what's the name?
Ariel.
I'm a mermaid under the sea. I need to go pee.
If you're under the sea, dude. Anyways,
I'll just pee, bro.
Yeah. I'm not saying nothing.
Man. Fuck you, fish.
You know that when we're in the ocean, like we're swimming in like
in sewage.
In
filth.
like fish urine and feces.
Yes. Have you not seen Lake Ontario?
Have you ever seen whale jizz?
No, I'm not
Huge.
searching that up.
Side note: birds don't pee. Sorry, go ahead.
Why not?
I wonder the same thing. They don't have like a bladder. Everything comes out as poop.
And they're pellets too.
Yeah.
So it all just solidifies.
But now when you think about it, that's better, right? Can you imagine like you're just outside like, and secretly birds are peeing in your mouth?
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
But like, has a bird ever pooped on either one of you guys?
No.
I pooped on my brother.
I got pooped on one time. I was at Six Flags.
Isn't that
like
good luck?
The Darien Lake location. And it was like...
It was like
I'm like under like a tent type of thing, and it came in at an angle, and it hit me in the elbow.
Target practice.
Yeah, luckily it didn't hit my clothes or anything, so it was all right.
I've almost been, which is weird because I'll be walking and then all of a sudden like I'll either just stop or like something tells me to stop.
Your spidey senses?
Yeah, and then all of a sudden I'll hear and I look down and like I was like
that's your ancestors.
I would have lost my mind. That's crazy you say that because I do believe that's a thing.
Of course, you have
Why
millions of years of just like shit that's
because
probably
one time I was
it's like when a snake pops up, you just instantly know how to jump back even before you notice it.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, there's a snake there.
I almost got hit by a car and I felt like somebody pulled me back.
That's just
and
like,
nobody was there.
Oh, it was probably like your guardian angel, like not yet.
You can say that, but with logic, it's just years of evolution that just told you to do that.
Or that.
I almost hit somebody with my car.
Well,
Jesus.
I don't know what that was.
Yeah, like it was dark. He was wearing all black. It was dark. He was wearing all black.
Black.
And
Dang it.
Like, I just got a farmer's wrap from A&W. Oh my God, those are from A&W.
Okay, focus.
Sorry.
What's
from
a
Tim Hortons. Oh my God, it's a breakfast wrap. Great.
No. With the
focus, gentlemen.
Sorry, not food. Yeah. And I'm driving, and like I'm coming to a stop sign, but I'm not quite there yet. But all of a sudden, like I slam on the brakes, and I remember looking down, like, what the hell? And I look up, and this guy's looking at me all bug-eyed, like, nigga.
I'm seriously? Like, bitch, you're wearing all black at night. What the fuck are you, Splinter Cell ass nigga? Get the fuck out of here.
I just looked at him and I unwrapped my farmer's wrap and I just bit into it. Like I didn't know what to say because I'm at fault.
Yeah, no, you're
but
not.
I don't know what told me to stop.
So say sorry.
Nah, say fuck.
I didn't hit you. I didn't hit you.
No, but do the like you
got scared. I'm not sorry.
You know the look people give, or like you give if you're crossing the road and someone like
you
almost
do a
hits you.
I fucking hate when people do that with their hand.
You do like a. What do you mean?
When you're going towards a stop sign, you stop, but you put their hand out. It's like I just want to run them over.
No. I mean, like if someone almost hits you and you give them that dirty look, like, ugh.
I'm like, well, this didn't happen.
See, I don't because you didn't hit me.
Yeah, I accept.
I don't care if you almost hit me. You did not. I've almost
been hit on my bicycle when I was a carrier. And when I almost died, I just accept it.
Yeah, I think after I got hit by that car.
Once
I've been hit by a fucking car.
Yeah, you told your story that you got hit too.
And I was like, shit. Well, I'm alive.
On your bike.
Your car is fucked, but I'm good. See ya.
Normally it's the other way around.
No, that was good, bro. My bike was a little bit twisted.
You're like, I'm okay. Meanwhile, your elbow's like this way. You're like, what? What's everyone looking at?
Do you remember when Robot Chicken first came out? No, Robot Chicken, for you guys who don't know, is
no, it's not awesome. They should know.
I don't know
if
they know what that is, though.
Yeah, the Cartoon Network. That's in America. It's an American thing.
But we don't only have Americans.
We have a lot of Americans.
But not only.
Fuck the rest.
It's a cartoon, just like, adult humor and things like that. And I don't know if you remember, Hugh, there was a kid, I don't remember his name, the angry kid, and he was riding his bike, and like, when you're a kid, you practice one hand and no hands, and he was like, one hand, and then he would put both hands back on, then the other hand, and then when he did no hands, he got hit by a car and fell off the bike, and the person's like, are you okay? He's like, yeah, and he gets up, and his bone is like sticking out his elbow, and I remember as a kid, I thought that was hilarious. However, now I look at it and I'm like,
that's reality.
Yeah,
because that would really happen.
Watch that as a kid.
Oh, there's so many things we should. Watch
that's
as a kid,
man.
That's reality. Because then his drone, he wouldn't have felt it, and then
which makes sense.
Wears off,
then
the pain comes.
He's
on.
dead.
And the pain comes in. And you're
but that's what you reminded me of. Oh, by the way, super sidetracked. The question.
Yeah, we gotta get to the mermaid question. Come on. Under the
sea.
See
what you started talking about under the sea and peeing.
Yeah, man. Under the sea.
Okay, so this question is from Ariel.
I need to pee.
She says,
Jesus Christ.
20th century, why do some males still consider guys as pussies or bitch asses if they talk about their emotions? I asked, this is her still speaking. I asked a male friend how his well-being was doing on a whole, and he asked me why I was asking him. I said, why couldn't I ask him about a human that I care about? And he went on to say that he and his boys had spoke about it once and concluded that none of their girlfriends ever asked them about that. Men, do men still give a hoot about what other men think?
Yes.
We still care about,
and
like,
why?
Amongst our circle. Well, you guys care about what you guys think too, about what your other females think too.
That's why you ask for opinions.
Yeah, but like, no,
I
find
think she's more so referring to like emotions.
No, I don't know. I don't have that problem. Me and my friends, we all talk about our bullshit if we talk about our shit.
You did say that.
Yeah.
Like literally 2 days ago, I was talking to you, Hugh, and I was telling you that like I have a few men in my life who seem to come to me when they're in like emotional turmoil, emotional distress, and like
they just didn't create good friendships.
Yeah, it's like
Sucks
I'm always here for them, but one in particular, I've been talking. He's going through some stuff emotionally, and it's like, and like we're friends, but like we had never talked about deep stuff like that. And I was like, I'm always here if you want, but. And he was like, yeah, I don't really like opening up to people. And I was like, yeah, like, I'm sure you have someone in your personal life to talk to. He was like, no, I have no one. I just, internalize it. And then I was like, oh, but like, I know he's close with his sister. So I'm like, oh, you guys probably talk because they're very, very close. And he's like, no, I can't because, I'm the older brother. I have 2 younger sisters. And like, I'm kind of the man of the house. And I have to, it's just like the role I play in my family. I can't, although we're very close with that type of emotional stuff, I can't talk to her about that. And I was like, oh. I'm like, you have no friends that you can talk to? He's like, no. And he said, like, in the past, like, it's kind of bit him in the ass talking to people, so he has, like, his own reservations. But it was just so surprising. And then, like, having this conversation with him reminded me of some other people, a couple other people that, like, I tend to talk to when they're in emotional turmoil. And it's like, these are people that obviously I'm friends with them. I'm not best friends with any of them, but, like, we're good enough friends to talk about this type of stuff. But it's just like they have, like, an openness as a, I assume, straight male being able to talk to a woman about your emotions as opposed to your other male friends.
I don't have that.
I don't know why that is.
I don't know any dudes with that problem.
Yeah, because when I told Hugh, he was like, really? I've never heard that before. I'm like, I've for sure heard it. I just didn't
heard it, but I just don't have that problem. I don't know any guys. I've never known guys that are, well, I've known probably guys in the past, but, like, all the dudes I know now.
You think they're open enough to talk to you about stuff?
We do. We
That's
all
good.
talked about our shit.
Well, I have to say think, because who knows if
maybe
like they hold back, but, like, as far as you're concerned, you guys are all
my
open.
friends, we've all said some dark shit to each other.
That's
like, hey,
good.
man.
Right, and you guys never are like, oh, you're such a pussy, you're such
No, we'll call each other a pussy as a joke, but we know it's a joke.
No, when it's, like, serious.
Yeah,
like, you
same
guys
thing.
are still
Yeah, we'll break the ice and throw a little joke, and then we'll laugh about it, but we know.
But, like, in a way that you guys are still there.
Yeah, of course.
For
We'd be like,
yeah.
puss. We'd be like,
what about you, Des?
See, the question is kind of tricky because you can be the more mature one in your group where you feel like, okay, I can't talk to my group about this because they just won't get it.
Yeah. Sorry. Her base question is, why do men still care about, like, their peers think other men think?
So I'm not going to approach a group of people who I know, like, are not going to get where I'm coming from. So why am I going to talk to them about it? Like, you don't get it. You're only going to try and put me down. It's like being in a relationship and then having a whole bunch of friends who, like, 9 out of 10 of them are not in a relationship, but they're just out there doing whatever they want to do. That's fine, but I'm not going to come to you about my relationship. Not that you can't help me, but chances are what you're going to say is not what I'm going through. You know, you can say you get it, but you don't really get it, but it's fine. So it's not that they care. It's just, what is the response going to be? Is it going to be something I want to hear? Or is it going to be something I don't want to hear? So now I'm not going to talk to you about it. And why is it that I care? Because I don't want to talk to you about something for you to go behind my back talking to other people like, wow, he's such a little bitch. He's this, he's that. Just because, you know, I'm expressing how I feel. So of course you care what your friends think. But it all depends on how you are with that guy. So another example is, maybe he doesn't want you to talk to him about that simply because you and him aren't on that level. So it's like, oh yeah, you're asking me how I'm doing. That's none of your business. Like, are you gonna fuck or nah? No. So why do me and you need to get close like that? Like,
what are you talking about?
Because that's what she asked. How is he doing?
She said no.
That was the original question.
No, she gave an example.
Yeah.
That was not the question.
No, but in the question came
said
from
she
the
asked
example.
a male friend and blah blah blah,
and he said
went on,
him and his friends talked about it, and she doesn't need to know.
No, he said he went on to say that he and his boys had spoke about it once and concluded that none of their girlfriends ever asked them, so they're not used to female friends asking them how are you doing and or whatever it was.
When I heard girlfriends, I was thinking like their spouse, like girlfriend.
Well, I think whether it's a girl who's a friend or a girlfriend, they never ask that type of
but
stuff.
A lot of guys don't have girlfriends.
And then her last question, the only two things that she wrote a question mark after, aka her actual question, was why do some males still consider guys as pussies or bitch asses if they talk about their emotions?
I don't really feel like that's not.
And then the second part
anymore.
was, do men still give a hoot about what other men think? Her question's not about men's responses to women.
I call you a pussy because you're a pussy.
Like I had in January, I called one of my good friends, one of the aforementioned men that I mentioned, like I just said, and I just called him and I was like, how are you? And like he paused and he was like, I'm okay. And then I was like, why do you sound like that? He was like, he started crying.
Like, what do you want?
No, he was like, I was like, well, is everything okay? He was like, yeah, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm just overwhelmed. And I just realized when you said it that no one's asked me how I am in so long.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, I'm sorry. That's so sad. I'm like, no, like, I'm glad to be that person.
But sometimes
it's
you don't
like,
want to hear people's problem. Like, I don't want people to ask me how I am. Don't ask me how I am, please. Because if I really tell you how I am and you have no response, or I get a dry response, or oh, don't worry, you'll be fine. Okay, goodbye. So I'd rather people not ask me personally how I am. I have friends who I'll check up on and be like, how are you?
Yeah.
And they'll give me a dry answer, or some of them, like her question, they'll get in depth, and I'll call them a pussy. Like, you know, you feel like this. Go tell the girl how you feel. Oh, I'm not going to do that because you're a pussy. You're a pussy. Shut up.
It's also just how guys communicate.
Simple as that.
Yeah. But I feel like it's not as the whole guys not being open to each other. I feel like it's not really that mainstream anymore. And so, I feel like it's like guys do it. I feel like guys have kind of always.
Yeah, but we don't tell girls that we do it. Because then you got, oh, that's so.
Why? Then you guys get annoying about it.
Sorry. Yeah. Why do I have to turn when I ask a question?
Yeah, like I don't speak for all women. Why are you?
Yes, you do. You're the only one here.
Why do women?
Okay, here comes the men calling me a feminist again.
Why do women do that?
Men
Why, when guys are really good friends, you guys turn it into something that it? Oh my god, you guys are butt buddies. Oh my god, that's so cute. Do you guys spoon? Do you guys like? Why do you guys have to bring it there? This is why guys don't tell you guys things sometimes, because you guys bring it too far. Like I have really 2 close cousins, and like people always, oh my god, do you guys spoon? Do you guys cuddle? Oh my god, do you make him dinner? Oh my god, did you clean that? And I'm like,
I think that's just negging.
It sounds like, haha, I'm just having fun with it, but that is why we don't.
No, do you know what negging is?
It sounded like something sexual, so I didn't want to bring it there because I knew that's not what it was.
Negging is when you are. I think you see a lot of men do it to women. It's when you are like attracted to someone. It's like a way of flirting, but you kind of put them down or you make them like uncomfortable.
I doubt that's women negging.
No, but like it's kind of like, oh, like she's like low-key making fun of you, but also telling you that what you're doing she finds cute. It's like a way. It's like playground teasing.
But why is that okay though?
I'm not saying it's okay. You asked me what it is.
Why do you guys? No, I didn't say what it is. I said why do you guys do that?
Don't say you guys because I don't do it.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, yes. I was waiting for you to say you don't do that. So
I didn't say I've never done it, but that's not like.
Remember when I said something to Hugh and you're like, "Oh, that's so cute. Look at you guys. Are you guys this? Are you guys that? Are you gonna do this?"
100%. And that's literally because it stemmed from the joke of you telling Hugh that you wanted to flip him over and standing 69.
No, but why do you guys run with it? That was my question.
Oh, I ran with it because it was funny.
Majority. Did I say that right?
You said it the wrong way and emphasized it.
How do you say it?
Majority.
Majority?
Yeah. Majority.
Yeah.
You guys don't
I can't believe you emphasized
if you guys
majority.
Say it one time, fine. Whatever.
Don't say it one time.
But they don't. They run with it every time.
So next time that happens, shut up.
So I'm not, but the point is like, that is why a lot of guys don't like, of course we talk to each other.
Yeah, guys talk to each other.
All the time.
We just don't tell you.
Boys Club. That's it.
Stay away.
Because what we talk about is what we talk about.
Why are you guys looking at me?
Because you're the only one here.
Yeah, you are. It's not another. Yeah.
I'm just like, I didn't.
You're the
ask
punching
the
bag. Sorry, buddy.
Tell Ariel.
Yeah,
I'm
gonna have to talk to her. I hate that question.
No. I feel.
But it is funny.
I feel attacked
because she did ask me the same question. Like I said, like she listens to the podcast and she was just like, by the way, when I say she listens, like she binge listens. Like,
nice.
Good. Thank you.
It's terrifying.
Binging is fun though.
It's terrifying.
Well,
just have a job.
Binge listening.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you. Anyways,
would you say?
Just have a job. It was like
but like a podcast, you just got to put in your headphones.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it depends on the job.
True.
Like I have the job where I can do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
When you're driving, you're at home chilling.
Yeah.
I don't listen at home.
And she was just like, oh, like, you know, I found out a lot about you that I didn't know about you. Like, why don't you talk to me about these things?
Because you don't need to know everything.
Yeah, like, and why?
Simple. That's it.
Thank you.
You don't need to know everything. Simple.
All right, I'll shut up.
That's what a lot. If I'm gonna give advice to everyone, learn to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that's my problem. I gotta learn to stop talking.
That just you don't need to know everything. Shut the fuck up. Simple. Done.
Yeah, you know, I don't disagree with what you said. Like, in general, you know, like I think that's something that people can take
just learn
just
to
in life.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You don't need to know shit.
That's crazy. I only do that when people
not
ask
even
me a
about
question.
knowing. Like sometimes I'm just like,
shut up.
You ever feel like I get into situations where I feel like I need to explain myself, and I'm like, why the fuck
why
do I need to explain myself?
You don't.
Like I need to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, just my brain's like, hey, shut up.
Yeah.
You little fuck.
It's like I don't owe you an explanation.
You don't owe anyone shit.
Yeah, no, for sure.
That's the spirit.
So like, you don't need like I'll just to her. You don't need to know everything. Stop being nosy.
Yes. Okay.
Simple.
Next.
I love you.
Yes, nothing but love. Listen, I mean, one thing you're gonna figure out is that when you write into us,
no,
especially from Hugh,
if you're listening, you should know by now.
Yeah, you're right.
So don't be like, oh, this guy's so mean to me. No.
True, she binge listened.
You've been, you know what to expect, my friend.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god. You know what we are? Like, you know, like back in the day at American Idol, like I'm the Paula, you're the Randy, and you're the Simon.
Simon by far.
Like the blunt, rude. Everyone's like, oh my god, Simon,
it's
don't say that.
It's not rude. It's honest.
But it's how it's perceived. It's brutal honesty, but brutal honesty comes across as rude. Doesn't mean you intend it. It does. It does come off as rude.
Because you can't handle it.
And I'm
and
like
that's not my problem.
The diplomatic.
And one
ew, I can hear.
I had to go, bro.
Jesus. Okay.
Sometimes you got two.
Okay. Moving on, because we got a lot to pack out. To unpack?
Jesus Christ.
Pack out.
We got a lot to pack out in this episode. I mean, I'm not wrong.
You're just flipping flopping.
This question is from Kay. Just Kay. She wants to remain.
How you know it's a she?
Because she says she wants to remain anonymous. Aside from that,
anonymous.
And I skimmed this question, and you guys will understand why.
No, I can see why.
She says what?
That looks like a lot.
Christ,
yeah.
Get to the fucking point. That's another thing. I wish
Kay.
sometimes
attack her after we hear the question.
Girls,
no, because
get to the point.
Remember the question from Sarah with an H, and it was a story, but they were.
But is this a story?
This is a question.
Then why is there a fucking story?
Because sometimes you need to give context, Hugh-Gene.
That is too much context. Get to the fucking point.
That's
right,
okay.
Joe's
the only one reading it.
Yeah, because if Hugh or you were reading it, we'd never get through
it. Wouldn't finish. You'd be 2 hours in.
Okay, so
stuttering all over the place.
Kay says, "Hey guys, I was nervous to write in because
I could tell. You wrote a lot
because of you.
It is because of you,
bitch.
You.
I'm not calling her. I'm saying bitch in the way that girls say bitch.
No, you can't.
Like with the snapping.
You can't get away with that.
But how did I say it though?
Bitch.
You called her a bitch.
No, I didn't say bitch in that way. I meant
yes,
bitch.
you did.
I actually didn't.
Why are you smiling then?
Because it's funny, but I meant bitch in like the gay dude way.
Are you a gay dude?
Sometimes.
Then you can't.
So what was her question? What was her question?
I'm appropriating anything.
I got like 5 words in.
Come on, get to the question.
You were the one who fucking started. Okay.
I didn't mean bitch in that way.
Can
I apologize for the bitch?
Go ahead.
I don't mean bitch and like the aggressive bitch. I meant bitch and like, hey bitch, you know.
No, you fucking
I actually did.
You're a fucking liar.
I'm not lying. I'm being serious. I didn't mean you're a bitch.
Okay, everyone believes you.
Okay, no, you don't, you fucks.
Yeah, I'm being sarcastic.
I don't think
so let me try to at least get through the question before we interject with our bitches and our whatever. She says, "Hey guys, I was nervous to write in because I feel like you will all rip me apart with." It's too late. I feel like at this point she's gonna click off and be like, I don't even want to hear it.
I don't want to hear what they have to say.
How am I being ripped apart for saying, hey guys?
That's it.
Hey guys, what do you want? Like, what do you want, bitch?
Okay, I'm not laughing. I swear I'm not laughing.
Go.
Eugene, you know you're the problem, right?
I'm not the problem.
I think the people who think about writing in are like, nah, because like
it's you.
You're like, Hugh's gonna respond. Like they're like,
he's gonna hurt my heart.
Like this is the type of question. It's not dark enough. This, you wrote too much. Oh, like it's just always a complaint.
Come on.
He's looking in the mirror. I can
see it.
Yeah, I saw it from the whole screen.
and then some. Okay. Let's for real.
All right, sorry, Kate.
Hey guys, I was nervous to write in because I feel like you will all rip me apart with your response, but I don't have anyone to talk to about this in my real life, and I'm curious to hear what you guys think. I also noticed your 100 episode was coming up, so I figured I would.
Super fan.
I figured I would. And I think this is a typo. I figured I would and hope to make it on. Well, girl, you made it. You made it onto the 100th episode. She says, congratulations, by the way. I'm a longtime listener. Thank you.
Thanks, bro.
So longtime listener, that's why she was afraid to write it.
Yeah, because she knows
what's coming.
She knows.
So then she's not going to take it to heart then.
No, probably not. But thank you for apologizing. Yeah. We don't want to get canceled.
It's too late. It's going to happen.
All right. So Kay says, so my friend had a boyfriend whose ex used to stalk him, or so she said.
I've been there.
The ex-girlfriend apparently would call message, and show up places and had gotten violent in the past. Ooh. My friend started to get spam messages and stuff too, all from different accounts, so we assumed it was the ex-girlfriend. It caused my friend a lot of stress and trauma, but she's not with the guy anymore, and the messages and stalking has stopped. Now, fast forward to me. I've always been curious about having a threesome, and the opportunity...
Yes! Wait. What does stalking...
No.
I'm sure she's going to connect the dots, obviously.
Yes.
Says, now fast forward to me. I've always been curious about having a threesome, and the opportunity presented itself recently when a guy I've been occasionally sleeping with asked me if I was down and mentioned that he had someone in mind. I said I was down, and I was really excited about it, and the girl was really pretty.
Oh my God.
But when I showed my friend a pic of the girl, her face dropped.
Is the ex?
It's not the ex. Oh. The ex is a guy.
No, like that girl ex.
Yeah, just let me read
my brain,
the story.
My brain. I'm anticipating.
I thought the crazy person was a girl.
It is, yeah.
The crazy spam person.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Okay, so I don't think Kay gave these people names, but we'll say Kay. We'll call her ex-boyfriend John. Okay. And we'll call the crazy ex of her ex Tina.
No, it's not.
Yes.
No, there's one more girl you're missing.
Kay,
her friend,
John,
no, her friend,
and Tina, and we'll get there.
Okay, because I'm like, we're missing one.
And then we'll call
the friend Casey.
Sure, no, that's really close to K.
Let's call her Bob.
No, you always want to call people Bob and George.
We can go with Bob.
We'll call her Bobby because it's cute.
Okay, Bobby.
So Bobby is Kay's best friend.
Yes.
John is Bobby's boyfriend. Ex.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
And then Tina is John's ex.
The mix-up.
Who was stalking Bobby.
Yes.
And Kay is just the supportive best friend.
Yes.
Okay, let's get to the threesome, buddy. I'm confused.
She says, okay, now fast forward to me. I've always been curious about having a threesome, and the opportunity presented itself recently when a guy I've been occasionally sleeping with asked me if I was down. And mentioned that he had someone in mind. I said I was down, and I was really excited about it, and the girl was really pretty. But when I showed my friend a pic of the girl... So when she showed Bobby a picture of the girl, her face dropped. She said the girl I'm supposed to have a threesome with was her ex's stalker. So that's Tina.
Oh my God.
She begged me not to do it.
Do it.
And I told her I wouldn't.
Do it.
But I did.
Yeah, smart. Tina's a fucking psychopath, so she's a freak.
Okay. Ew, stop high-fiving. You guys have high-fived like 5 times. And normally it's me and you who high-five, and I feel...
So get over it.
Don't squint your eyes at me, you fucker.
Shit, learn to share, fuck.
Okay.
Why are you so aggressive today? You're fired up. Hugh heard threesome and got fired. No, Hugh heard hey guys and got fired up. Okay, so she says
I'm sorry.
She said I told her I wouldn't, but I did.
Good job.
I was already really excited about it and I wanted to go through with it. And it was great. It was an awesome experience, but now I feel bad. My friend asked me if I went through with the threesome, but I said no. My friend really went through a hard time and was truly traumatized by this girl. But in my opinion, I think that it was actually her toxic ex-boyfriend, what do we call him, John, who was doing the fake stalking. He was super toxic and everything stopped once they broke up. I think her ex-boyfriend, John, used this girl and pretended to be her to scare Bobby and pretended to be the stalker. But I have no proof and my friend is convinced that it was Tina.
You know what I think it is?
So now I'm afraid that if I tell her, she will be upset. This is not a friendship that I want to lose. She's like a sister to me, but she went through so much with this stalker that I don't know if she will forgive me if she finds out the truth. Do you guys think I was wrong for going through with this threesome?
Yes.
Should I tell my BFF the truth?
Yes.
What do you guys think I should do?
Go.
I think that whole spiel she just made up is bullshit. She's just saying that all just to make herself feel better.
She's trying to justify it by being like, oh, like maybe it wasn't a stalker, maybe it was the boyfriend.
No, yeah, it's bullshit. You're just doing that to make yourself feel better. Do I think she should have done it?
You're going last.
I know we high-fived, but like...
Now that I heard the full story?
Yeah, now I heard it, you shouldn't have done it. And you should tell your friend. If your friendship ends, your friendship was never that strong in the first place, so you're not losing that much. That's the blunt, hard truth.
If the friendship ends, it's her fault.
It's all her fault, and you have to be accountable
and here's the
for
thing,
it. And
if you say this person is like your sister,
you wouldn't have done it.
Right.
So you're not actually, you don't really care about her as much as you actually think you do. And you came up with this whole spiel, which is, it's a load of bullshit. Be accountable for your fucking actions. You know you did the wrong thing. I'm sorry. I know we high five, but no,
that's fine.
Yeah, but like, no, you know what you did was wrong. Stop making a bunch of bullshit.
Good job,
you know what you're doing. Stop being a fuckboy. Stop being you're being a fuck girl.
Fuck girl, yeah.
Don't be a fuckhead. Be accountable. Tell your friend that you fucked up. No, you didn't fuck up because you kind of did it. You fucked her. You fucked the fuck. You did it. Tell him. If your friendship ends, that's on you, and you better be accountable for it. I doubt you will, because from seeing that bullshit,
you're making excuses to try to please your own narrative, and you're trying to tell yourself, oh, but like this girl, like that I had a threesome with, like she doesn't seem like she would do that. I'm sure it was the boyfriend who made it all up. He was toxic. He was this. He was that.
You know that's a lot.
I think at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, because your friend, like you said, she was traumatized. She went through a lot. If this is your sister and she was traumatized by a person, you could have a threesome with someone else. You don't know this girl. She means nothing to you.
This is why I think it's so important to develop sexual and food discipline, because that means you just learned something about yourself. You don't have good sexual discipline. You just learned that you're like, oh, sex. Oh, let me just jump right into it. And then this is the consequence. Like, sexual freedom is great, but this is one of the consequences you just laid out.
Yeah, I agree with everything you said, Hugh. And I think, quite frankly, Kay, thank you so much for supporting the podcast. Kay. Like, we're really not. She did say we were gonna rip her apart.
No,
we're ripping you to shreds, girl, because you're not a good friend. Because that's not a good friend. You
know why she put? We know you're gonna rip her apart because she knew what she's done is wrong.
Yep, Des. I know you keep biting your tongue.
Can I say one more thing?
Yeah, of course.
And here's the thing too. Get her. And remember, I've said this in the past. This is why it's good to have those friends that are blunt with you. I am like the shit I'm saying that you need a friend, like what I'm saying to you right now.
He was that friend for me.
I hope you have one of friends like that.
No. Remember, she said she doesn't have that. That's why she said she didn't know who to turn to.
That's why. Well, there, Kay, you have some bullshit like you just said right now. Keep throwing it at us, but like you're wrong.
But I wonder if she has no one else to talk to about this, and like
no, that's why I think
that's what she said.
No, she says I'm saying I wonder if it's because maybe there's people around her, but she doesn't want to. Like remember what we said. Sometimes you don't want to tell the people around you because you know that they're gonna hold you accountable.
So get new friends.
So you choose.
Oh, she's gonna hold you accountable.
It's
so that's
like,
a you issue.
It's like if I'm going through something and I know I'm wrong, I don't want to tell you because you're gonna tell me I'm wrong.
You issue.
Right. It's
Work on yourself.
She's the problem in this situation.
Kay.
And Kay, you may be a good person, but like, girl.
No, you're not that great of a person.
If your bestie, your sister was
you're not a good person then you're not a good person.
Was stalked, was threatened by a girl that apparently could get violent. Even worst case scenario, even if you're right about the boyfriend situation,
doesn't
right?
Matter.
Why would you even want to tangle yourself up in that? Like, it's just, Was
it really worth it for the maybe an hour of pleasure?
She said the threesome was good, but like better than a lifetime of friendship.
Good is not great. Good is like, that was good.
Hold on. Let me quote, because I feel like she maybe said it was great.
Was it great?
She said it was great. It was an awesome experience. Yeah. Okay, Des.
All right.
I know
you've been biting your tongue.
Morally corrupt than us.
No, definitely. Okay, so Kay, honestly, it's one of those things where if you do it, you just keep it to yourself. I'm not gonna lie to you. What's done is done. If you want your guilt to haunt you, and you're going to be thinking about this, if you're that type of person to always think about things that you did wrong and oh my God, then you're going to end up telling her. That's not even a question you should have asked. But if you know yourself and you know you can face her every day and act like nothing happened, then nothing happened. However, if you feel like you're going to do this again, especially with that guy and the girl, I would say...
Again?
No, when you do it once, you're going to want to do it again. It was
but
great.
with the same...
If she said it was a
great, if it was great, you'll do it again.
Yeah, they're going to do it again.
If she's so torn up about it, you think she would really do it again?
Yes. So, yeah, yes. She crossed that line already.
Right, so in her head, it might be like, well, I already crossed it once.
You crossed the line, so it's going to be easier. But
that's just like saying, oh, I cheated on someone once. If I cheat again, I already cheated. Doesn't matter.
Yes,
but
that's what people justify in their head.
That's what people say.
The more you cheat, the worse it
becomes. Yes, but that's what people do in their head.
Once a cheater, always a cheater, right?
It's about how you justify it. And clearly, we already established that she's trying to justify.
You corrupted your soul.
I would say talk to the
devil who
talk to the threesome girl, because I know
Tina?
thank you. Talk to Tina, and I say that because I know
talk to Tina about what?
When you're going into threesomes, it's not just like, okay, you walk in, threesome. You guys kind of talk, get to know each other. So if you felt her vibe and you're like, okay, like, this doesn't seem like the narrative that I've heard about this girl.
But she also doesn't know this person that well.
No, I know. But, like, before you go into a threesome, you guys always sit and talk and kind of vibe, you know, feel each other's vibe first. So maybe she felt the vibe and was like, okay, this is not what I've heard about. Like,
but maybe
you seem nice and all that. So maybe she had suspicion that it was the boyfriend before, and now meeting this girl, it's like, okay, this is weird. So I would say if that was me in that situation,
that, though, 'cause she didn't
I
say
know, but I'm just saying if that was me in that situation, and I know that I will probably do it again, I would talk to that girl and be like, oh, do you know so and so?
Why?
Yeah, I kind of know her
because
too.
That's not her business. If my best friend was being stalked, you think I'm gonna go have a sit down with the stalker?
I'm not gonna be like, that's my best friend.
No. But to disclose, like, she would have to disclose that she knows about, like.
No, you don't have to disclose anything.
If this girl really did stalk this girl, it's not good for the friend, and it's not safe to disclose that you know this information.
Now anyways.
Yeah, here's the thing. And
that's
the thing
crossing
is,
a line. You're talking
the line's already crossed.
And the thing
but then she's gonna cross another line.
Why corrupt your soul even more?
Corrupt what? First of all, if I think my friendship is ending with this girl, because obviously that's what you think, because you're terrified right now that you can't tell your sister that you had the threesome. Yeah, I had the threesome. You know, me and the guy were drinking. Blah 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 blah. It happened. My bad. If your sister want to be mad and not talk to you, so be it. You know, if she can't get over it, like you said, then you guys weren't really that close of friends. You could, but you didn't. Here we are. Now what? It's not about what you could have done. You've done it.
You did
Here
it.
you are. Now what? So it's either you tell her or you don't. If you don't want to tell her, by all means, live with your consequences that one day she might find out, and that might ruin everything. If you want to tell her now and she chooses not to talk to you, then she chooses not to talk to you. But chances are you're probably going to have that threesome again. So don't worry about it.
But let me tell you, if I was the friend, if I was Bobby and I found out like 2 years down the road, I'd be more mad.
I wouldn't be friends with you 2 years on the loan. But if you told me now, I'd be pissed off. But I'd be happy that you told me.
Yeah, we could maybe.
I'd give you. I'd be like, you know, I makes me respect you a little bit more. Like I lose respect for you because like
I'd be pissed.
It's fucked up. Yeah. But I respect you because you actually had the balls.
See,
right? But to do it and then hide it from me for 2 years, no, we're done.
And see, why cause yourself all that stress?
When people say things like this, I tend, because we're on the outside, right, and not inside. It's easy to say that, but when you're on the inside, it could be possible that the friend is just like, you know what? No, she did this. I can never trust her again. I can't look at her the same.
No, it's probably going to be like,
I want nothing to do with her.
We're saying if it were us, we could possibly.
But that's the thing. It could be like that. And I'll tell Kay, you could choose.
You reap what you sow.
You choose. You can either you can either corrupt your soul even more and not tell her, or you can at least do some repairing to your soul and tell her the truth. The thing is
I
that
don't blame you. I would have done it too.
You would do that?
I would do it.
In the same situation?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't think I would do it, no.
I couldn't do that. And if for whatever reason I did, I wouldn't be able to, for someone this close to me, she's describing this friendship.
Because like for me, the whole like my thing is like when it comes to like the word friend is a serious word for me. I don't toss around the word friend. Best friend, that's a very small title. Brother, that is like you gotta know me for at least over a decade. For me, you even get to potentially get the brother title. So this girl's not your sister. This girl's just maybe your friend. This is not a sister to you because you wouldn't have done this. So I'm gonna tell Kay, you know what? Practice being accountable for your actions, because I find, I'm not gonna get. Never mind. But like, I just practice being accountable. Don't, because like I can tell by this your question that you know you're full of shit and you know that you're wrong. I would say just tell her if your friendship ends, that's on you, and accept the fact that that's on you. Because you decided to get some hour of pleasure to lose potentially a lifetime of friendship. And it's your own fuck up. You fucked up, bud. And you know you fucked up.
So why can't she sleep with this girl?
You with the
she can do what the fuck she wants.
No. But why is it wrong?
Because her friend Bobby begged her not to. This is the cause of trauma
for Bobby.
For Bobby.
So this is all selfish towards Bobby.
What?
You could make that argument.
That's what it is.
It's not selfish.
Because this has nothing to do with Tina.
That's like saying if like someone.
Oh, Tina's the friend. Sorry, Tina's the friend, right?
Yeah, we're doing. It's Kay and Bobby are the besties.
Kay and Bobby.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, then I was right. Yeah, so this is all selfish to Bobby then. So I can't enjoy myself because Bobby is traumatized by some girl that
I will tell you. I think selfish is when she's like, well, that's my ex's ex, so no. She's like, this person is dangerous. This person caused me trauma.
To you.
This person, right. But she's saying her personal experience.
Why can't I have my own different
But clearly,
experience?
Kay feels bad about it. It's
Kay
very obvious by the
Kay
question.
only feels bad because she asked Bobby. If Kay didn't ask Bobby, Kay would have went on with her life.
She asked her. I think she was telling. She was telling her about the threesome
and showed her the picture of like, and she was like, "Oh, it's that girl. Don't do it."
And she said her face for someone's face to drop like that. That's real trauma. It's not just like, wait a minute, is that like she like saw a ghost? Come on.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to
for you. Honestly, I think it's.
Because
Des,
to me, it just
get on my nerves.
This just sounds so selfish.
For you to say, but that's victim blaming because Bobby is the victim in this.
Correct.
She was the victim of stalking
but
and
this
harassment.
has nothing to do with your ex. I'm not saying I'm going to sleep with your ex and her. I have, I met her separately through this guy. Okay, I understand that she happened to be the same person that bullied you, or I just went with bullied in this case. That was harassing you. I understand that now. However, we kind of already set up everything. We already talked. I'm already into this.
She didn't meet the girl yet.
No. But if she has a picture, she already knows something about the girl.
Picture.
Yeah. She probably already knows a little 1-2 about the girl. And now she's excited. And now it's like, oh, no, you can't sleep with this girl because she used to do this to me. And this, how that made me feel. So it's kind of like, okay, like, as she said, she was really excited about a threesome and really wanted to try it. Here's your opportunity.
I get what you're saying.
I get what you're saying.
No, I understand. I get what you guys are saying.
Because you're not entirely wrong, because it's like it's on Bobby to deal with her past trauma.
Yeah.
It's not her fault.
But it's the scenario you're setting up, and I think you would agree because it's the way that Kay paints how close they are. That's what makes it wrong on Kay's end. If it was
Kay
just a
probably
regular
when
friend,
she was all sad.
She said
no,
she
definitely
went through
around.
it.
Yeah.
So Kay, you fucked up, bud.
Yeah.
You fucked up there, buddy.
If Bobby and Kay were just like, oh yeah, my friend from school, like whatever, then like she owes you nothing. You're not that close,
bud.
But to call someone your sister and it's too much.
For me, that's a serious word. Yeah, sister. That means like for me, brother. The title of brother means I will die for you. No hesitation. That's for me. So for her, how I interpret that means you're willing to die for that person. That's
I 100% agree with you, Hugh.
So,
I think you're so right.
Okay, you done fucked up, buddy. You might have potentially lost your best friend, but guess what? That's on fucking you, buddy. I know I'm being hard on you, but you need it. You need it, bud. You need it. You know you do, because you're fucking wrong there,
Life
bud.
gets so much worse, Kay. Yeah.
Life's shit. And you fucked up.
So her overall, I exited out of it. Her summary questions were, she said, do you guys think I was wrong?
Yes.
We said yes. Des said no.
So
she said,
yes.
should I tell my BFF the truth?
Yes.
Des said no. You said yes.
Yes, do it for your soul, bro.
I say yes as well.
It's going to be harder, but that means you should do it.
And the last question is, what do you guys think I should do?
Tell.
Do it again.
Definitely don't do it again. But I would say tell your friend, be honest, ask for forgiveness. Maybe, I don't know if it would help, like telling her that, you.
Hey, it was pretty good, bro.
In my eyes, nothing will help in this case because your friend already told you before you did it not to do it. So at this point, you deliberately did it.
Because I'm like, maybe say, she was nice. Maybe it was your boyfriend who was
no,
like, but
don't bother. No, because
then
you make yourself sound worse.
That's what I'm saying. It sounds like you're trying to justify.
Just say like, bro, you know what? I know you told me not to do this, but I'm sorry. I ended up doing it. I wanted to fuck.
Honesty really is the best policy because I think if you follow Des's advice, like you're covering your ass for the now, but it's clearly eating at you. And clearly, this is a friendship that means a lot.
Story, bud. You wrote a book. It's clearly.
It didn't take me that long to read. I mean, it took me long because we kept interrupting. But
yeah, no, dude, you know what to do. You already know what to do.
Yeah, I think you do know.
You know your question tells me you know what to do. Just
and
fucking do it.
I'm so sorry that we were harsh, but like.
No, I'm not.
Girl,
don't be sorry if you're not really sorry.
I'm sorry.
Are you actually sorry that you're being harsh?
I'm not sorry about what I said.
Then
I'm
don't
sorry
apologize.
about how harsh it came out because.
No. Don't apologize.
I appreciate you being a long-time listener and supporting, but like I think you wrote in because you knew you were wrong, but you just needed to hear it.
I'm not sorry. You needed to hear that shit.
And like, hey, if you don't think you're wrong and you really wanted someone to justify, then Des got your back.
I got your back.
If you don't think you're wrong, you're full of shit.
And if you were confused and we just maybe confuse you because we're not all on the same page, we're sorry.
Well, 2 out of 3, so therefore there's nothing to be confused about.
Okay, I'm gonna drill this in your head one more time. You fucked up, buddy. You know you fucked up. Go tell your fucking friend. You fucked up there, bud. You done fucked up.
Honestly,
buddy.
The thing that how you know that she fucked up is because Hugh never gets this passionate about stuff like this.
Because that pisses me off.
Yeah, no, it's wrong.
I hold the title of friend very serious. That's why I don't have a lot. Well, I have a very few.
Maybe she doesn't hold it like that.
Yeah, well,
she clearly does. The
blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. Meaning
clearly not.
Well, for her, clearly it's not.
See what I'm saying? So, like I said,
she said, "This is not a friendship I want to lose." She's like a sister to me.
You might have potentially lost it. And you gotta accept the consequences.
Every girl is like a sister.
I don't envy you. I don't. I'm sorry.
No, I do.
I do, because that sounded great.
No, I do envy her because this is a chance to grow. This is how you get stronger.
No,
you did it in a
I don't want to
grow
by
way.
hurting the people who I love most.
You did it in
I don't
a fucking shit way.
Sorry.
But you know, take that as an opportunity to grow, buddy.
Your friend needs to get over it too, man.
Your friend's gonna have to deal with that trauma too.
Yeah,
she's gonna have to eventually talk to somebody about it, professional about it.
What do you want me to do?
She can't, like...
You're not with the guy. The girl stopped bothering you.
No, I agree, Bob.
Right, but we don't know how long, like...
But yeah, but Bobby's going to have to...
Don't victim blame. Don't do that.
What do you want me to do? Bobby is eventually going to have to deal with it.
Because eventually it's going to eat you up.
Hold on, we can't all talk at the same time.
No, we're going to interrupt each other. Talk over.
I agree with you, Hugh. I would encourage you, Kay. I mean, I'm assuming Bobby doesn't listen to this podcast because then she would put it together if she heard this story. Obviously. But maybe before you blow up your friendship, you tell Bobby that she needs to seek help if she really is traumatized.
Tell the truth first, and then bring that up after.
No,
she's not gonna want to hear it.
I don't want to hear shit. You have to.
But then the therapy thing's not. That's gonna.
Like I just said, there's no winning.
Yeah, you can't.
Maybe she's in therapy already. She can talk to her therapist about this shit now.
True.
But like, if someone hurts you, you want to hear it, and they're like, "Oh, you should go to therapy." You're like, "Fuck you."
No matter what, when you say before or after, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Okay, you know what to do, buddy. You know what to do. Do the right thing.
Okay, we're gonna get to one more question.
I want to.
No, we were taking so long on all of these questions.
The fucking question was a paragraph. No shit. It's gonna take long.
This question is from your favorite person, Hugh.
It's my son.
It's yes, it is from Mikey. He says, to start this one off, I want to say congrats on making it to episode 100.
Jeez.
Thank you. He says, I wasn't a day one listener, but I definitely found you guys around episode 10-ish.
That's day
early.
One, bro. Fuck off.
Yeah, it might as well be day one.
Wow. Yeah, damn. That's early. Shit, I didn't know that.
I wasn't day one, but I was number 10.
He's like, I was day 10. Yeah, I found you around episode 10-ish, and honestly, glad I did. Not to get all emotional or whatever, but this podcast has helped me a lot personally, and I honestly can't wait for the future of you guys. That is so sweet. He didn't say how. He just says that it had. Oh my god, he's so nosy.
You don't have to tell him. Tell me in the fucking DM me if you want to. I'm curious. I don't want to help young dudes. Not in that way, you fucking weirdo. Yeah, but you're
no, but like that, honestly, yeah. No, of course, if we can...
Mike, if you want to ask me shit, I've gone through some fucked up shit, so tell me.
Oh, God.
Or I can help you.
I feel like you're
my
like...
son.
You're like, son, let me tell you stories about the war.
Back in the day. When I was a young whippersnapper.
I was in D-Day, son. I saw the beaches of Normandy and the Germans
Let him have it.
I'm not saying anything. I'm going to continue with the question.
He just sawed us down.
Yeah, and to say that you can't wait for the future, very sweet. I appreciate that. And thank you to all of you who have written in. Thank you to everyone who's listening. 100 is a huge milestone, and we appreciate it. So he says, so I have a question for all of you. This one is kind of Hugh-themed since he's a forest type of guy. If a child somehow survived and grew up in the wilderness without any human contact, how human would they be without the influence of society and culture?
Yo, this nigga, man.
He has a few parts, so I'm gonna stop there and we'll answer this one.
This guy just starts getting so as a kid human because he didn't actually grow up in society, but he grew up
No, he's saying like how human would he be? Like how much human characteristics? Like, you know, we have certain etiquette in our human world.
Oh, he wouldn't have a lot.
Right.
He'd go down to his
But animals also have some sort of like code. It depends on what type of animal he was.
There's certain things the
like Tarzan was a nice guy.
Yeah, there's certain things he's gonna know because of just nature and just like evolution.
Oh, I thought you were gonna call me stupid.
For like nature versus nurture.
Yeah, there's gonna be certain things that he automatically knows even without being taught because of just fucking
him being
whatever.
Different. Yeah.
Right. But like. No, he'd be like, he's still human, but he's just gonna have a very beastly way of doing things, and then obviously with like time he'll go back into society. But like, since he's grown up in the jungle, he's gonna have certain things that he's always gonna do for the rest of his life, like sleep on the floor or some shit.
No, but I think he'd always have those like primal instincts, like survival first, me first. Like,
if anything, he's the most human out of all of us because he's doing what he's supposed to do, being out in the wilderness.
Not what society taught him.
Yeah. So if anything, he's more human than us.
But there are a lot of societal things that we learn that I think are important.
But at the core, he is more human than us because what we're doing is not natural. This building we're in is not natural. We're supposed to be out there running in the fucking bushes.
Well, we're talking about like I don't know. I interpreted it as he meant like traits up here, not traits as in like
no, that is
I walk
traits up here.
without shoes and
that's traits up here. He's at his core. He's at his so technically he's more human because he's doing what we were doing for what he was doing. No, because what the forest kid's doing is what we've been doing longer than what we're doing right now.
Don't call this hypothetical kid the forest
He's the
kid.
fucking forest kid.
And no one said he, you know.
Fucking it.
Mikey says they.
They, whatever.
Because it could be a woman too.
Yeah, it's most likely a dude.
Why? Some girls can be quite beastly.
Yeah, not that beastly. No, at this core, that person's more human than we are, because he's doing what humans have been doing for like millions of years.
The question is, how human would they be without the influence of society and culture?
He's the most human. I would say he's the most human.
Yeah.
By an evolutionary type, like from an evolutionary like type of point view, whatever, he's the most human because he's doing what we're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, like my first instinct is to say like they would have a lot of like the basic human like survival traits and like stuff like that, but then they'd also have like an aggression that like is not acceptable in society. Yeah. But then because it's a Mikey question, I know it's like super deep and like we never realize until after. And like you said, like more human than the rest of Mikey, you're not
after
getting
after that last damn question is like Mikey's like, don't go on the surface, man. You gotta dive deep in there, bud.
Every time Mikey asks a question and we answer, we're like, yeah, we got it, and then he like responds back. We're always like,
didn't get deep enough, bro.
He's like, you fucking idiots. What do you think? What's your answer to
adults
this?
Are so dumb.
Yeah, no, he was right. Like I'm playing different scenarios in my head this whole time, and I'm quiet. You pulled a
Hugh. They're like, "What do you think?" Oh yeah, what do you said?
No, like actually, because like example we used before, if we see somebody on the side of the road like bleeding, we'll just kind of keep walking. Whereas an animal would look and kind of see that. No, an animal would see that something is hurt. Like, have you ever seen a dog like walk past something and you're like, "What is that?" It's like a dead squirrel or something dying, and you're just like, "Ew, get away from that."
Investigate.
Exactly. Whereas
he's like, is this thing good to eat?
So if he or the beastly creature was walking down the street or Beast Boy was, crawling down the street and sees, let's say,
crawling down the street. I just took that in. We're assuming that now he's in society, he can like walk upright.
I'm gonna assume he's on all fours,
or at least gorilla.
Look how long it takes a human baby to walk.
And no one's taught him how to
walk. And this is now his bone structure is all messed up.
So he could be just like...
And really stuck like that. Like Tarzan getting up like he did was crazy, but he was raised by apes.
But he got up like that. Yeah. He was like this. He wasn't straight up. He was like this.
Once he found Jane, he was like...
Hey, baby. Hey, baby.
That wasn't what got hunched up. His dick got hunched up, bro.
No.
He's like, I'm seeing all these gorilla
Cancel
bitches.
Tarzan 2 anyways.
Tarzan, you fucking sexist.
Did she ask you to save her?
Yeah.
Why you swinging her around? Did she ask for that?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Fucking misogynist.
But no, I
using your patriarchy to swing her around.
I do agree with Hugh in the sense that the beastly creature would be more human than we are.
Yeah.
When you talked about like seeing like an injured bird on the street, I thought about the bird.
I know. That's why I actually said it.
But I wanted to save it, but I was scared. But you know what's funny? My dog went right up to it.
That's what I'm saying.
So gentle, was like sniffing him.
Exactly.
And then when my beastly ass came up, was like trying to pick him up, and I scared the bird away.
Jonel, help!
No, Jonel failed.
I crushed.
Jonel, help! No, Jonel, bro, come on!
Birdie fly! I break everything.
Why do I do everything wrong? Yeah.
So,
oh my god, I'm like actually crying tears.
Yes,
I don't know if it's because it's funny or because my feelings are hurt. You guys made me out to be a fucking ogre. The fuck?
No, beastly person.
Oh
that's
my
the clip
god.
right there, buddy.
Fuck you.
Before
I'm
we
tired
get
of
to
embarrassing myself in these fucking clips.
Before we get to Mikey's next question,
another
I told you
one?
guys that there's a next part to it.
Oh god.
That Hugh reminded me of somebody every time he tries to talk, and when you did the I keep forgetting to play it for you guys.
What?
This is Mushmouth from Fat Albert.
Oh, I recognize
Let
it.
me see. That.
Oh God, I thought they're gonna cancel Fat Albert.
They are exactly.
Are they?
They're gonna have to
'Cause
cancel
it's Bill
everything.
Cosby.
Are you not insulted? That's so.
But that's why. Yeah, I know he has big ass lips.
He has
It's
big
not
lips
just that,
and
but
when
the way the mic this guy wasn't stuttering. He just sounds like a complete fucking idiot, and
Okay,
that's what
this
you
is-
say Eugene sounds like and reminds you of every time he talks. Eugene, he just came for you.
That's okay. I come for myself all the time.
Oh god, I need to keep a box of tissues in here because y'all just wrote like. I thought you went in on K hard. Like that was so mean.
Hey man, this is a hard day.
Both of you.
Hold on.
Don't you get it? Ba loom. Say ba.
Ba
Now say loom.
loom,
Now say ba loom.
ba loom,
Why did you do that? Hold on, right here.
ba loom,
No. Ba loom.
ba loom.
Okay, Des, what is this?
That's what Hugh sounds like to me.
Okay, all right.
Babadoo.
I don't know what that clip was, but it's stupid.
I
Okay.
destroy everything.
Okay, so that was the first. Okay, so next question is, how do you think humanity would react if we had literal proof of aliens on Earth?
Oh, it'd be.
We're dead.
Yeah,
Literal
would
proof.
Chaos.
Chaos, because you'd have the religious people. You'd have people that are religious and being there and start questioning their faith and the faith, and they'd probably just go crazy and be like, "Oh fuck
I
it,
didn't
nothing
think about
matters.
the religious
Nothing
people.
matters anymore." And then you'd have like the people that start a new religion.
Maybe God is an alien. He's
You're
out there, right?
No, what they will run to is that's the devil. That's what they always
You're
run
gonna
to
have
with the unknown.
The fundamentalists, the fundamentalist Christians that will deny that there's like life on Earth. Well, yeah, they would call that the devil and the Antichrist. Or you'd have the some that would just go crazy and be like, just any fundamentalist of any religion. You're gonna have the other people that are gonna create a religion over this alien because that's humans. We always need a higher power. We always need some sort of religion. We're just made that way. So you're gonna have one like Dead Space. If you know that video game, they have this alien, the marker shit, and they create a religion out of it. So they would have the people that then create the religion out of this thing. You're gonna have the same people that are gonna be like, shit, it's pretty cool. So you're gonna have those kind of people, but I think it's gonna be mostly chaos. Look how the fuck we reacted to Corona. How do you think we're gonna take aliens? And Corona's only killing like 0.2% of people. So how do you think we're gonna react to aliens? We'd be fucking crazy.
I also think that the people who already believe that they're gonna fucking lose their minds. They're gonna feel like
I was right. I was right.
But I think that there's gonna be like in any situation the same way like once COVID came up, like any sort of antibacterial mask, shield, like business wise, it's just gonna boom for like anti-alien spray, your alien suit, like it's just
Yeah, we're gonna
people are
react
just-
with fear first.
people
and
are gonna-
aggression.
yeah, I think it's like you said, it's similar to the pandemic. It's gonna be fear, then we're gonna try to adjust, and then like I don't know.
Yeah, like
but I like what I didn't think about the
that's
religious
the
people.
those people that'll get most fucked up. People, the really religious people are gonna be like, they're gonna
I
quit.
can be
They're gonna
cool
make
with
it.
aliens as long as they come in peace, like But
See, the problem I have with that, right, is even if they come in peace, regardless, and once, the proof of aliens are here and it is known to the public and everybody, it's war.
well, I mean that's why they hide it from us, right? Because there probably is already.
No, there probably will be here's the thing: if aliens came, right, and they came in peace, I'm gonna go based off Mass Effect, which is a video game. I don't know if you guys know Mass Effect, right? But they had a galactic whatever thing. What happened in that world? Yeah, alien. They found these relays or whatever. But no, eventually they fought the alien. They fought other alien races. They fought the. I can't remember what it's called. But we probably would have some sort of peace. Probably sharing of technology. Maybe. Let's just all optimistic and shit. It'd probably make us go shoot us into we'd probably get more technologically advanced like crazy. We'd probably eventually go to war because that's just how humans are. We're just aggression. We're just animals. We're just aggressive animals. For example, the one thing that we're not gonna have to deal with this. Our children are probably not gonna deal with this, right? But whenever they decide to terraform Mars, there's probably going to be war against Mars, because you're going to have a colony that goes into Mars, and then you're going to have that colony that has generations grow up there, and then they're not going to have any connection to Earth at all, and then probably Earth is probably going to lose some sort of resources, or Mars is going to be like, hey, Martian people are going to be like, hey, fuck Earth, fuck these people, because Earth is probably going to have some sort of superiority over Mars, because it's Earth and it's the original one, which would cause war. That's the thing. The thing that's like, it's pessimistic, but it's like, it's kind of the truth. We're just humans. We always find a way to make war. It's just a natural thing we always do. We always have war.
That's sad.
It's sad, but it's true. Like the fact that we haven't had a war, like a major war, since like, I guess Vietnam, was Vietnam major? No, we haven't had a serious war since like almost 100 years. War? It's kind of crazy, and that's why people always work. Is like the like the, you know, like the sand dial, whatever thing. Mm-hmm. It's slowly going down. That's why people worry about World War III. It's like it's kind of inevitable. It's like just by human nature, we always find a way to fucking start a stupid fucking war. So like it's one of those things. That's why they did, like, our generation is probably like, it's either gonna be us that are gonna. I think it's not, if there is a war, which I hope there isn't. They always say it'll be our generation that fights it. I don't think, if there is one, I hope there's not. It would probably be Mikey's generation that fights in it.
You think it's Gen Z TikTokers that are gonna fight the war?
Oh, if we go to war, oh my god, we are gonna get fucking toasted.
There was a couple of weeks ago, there was like a Twitter thread trending of like, oh, like what Gen Z would say like if they were on the battlefield, and hilarious.
I would hope they don't say anything.
Okay, so he says, my last question is, if you were able to teach everyone one concept of your choice, what would it be?
I don't know, fucking love or something?
Mine would be common sense.
Mine would be not caring.
That's a good one.
I say common sense because I feel like things that are like, common sense is just not as common as you would think. It's not common sense. Especially now. I think a lot of people lack common sense.
Well, the term common is changing at this point. So
there's no such thing as common.
Common sense is not so common. I would teach love. I would teach the old school standard of like common sense. Because
like your parents would say common sense is, you know, you see dishes in the sink, wash it. That's not common sense to me. Common sense is whoever put that dish in the sink should have washed it. How about that?
But the thing is that the reason why past generations were so much tougher is because they were built through like grit.
Yeah,
they had we had to suffer. We live in the easiest time right now. We're not suffering. Easy. We're not really suffering. Like the stuff that I always go west east. The stuff we complain about in the west is so fucking stupid and superficial. We're just finding something to complain about.
So do you change your answer from love, or you still think?
No, I still think love. I think I think that's where we failed. I think love and forgiveness and grace we've forgotten.
Love is all you need.
Because cancel culture is like, obviously we've forgotten how to forgive and give people grace. That's what cancel culture. That's the lack of that's what cancel culture is. Because like a lot of these people should be like we actually, because the people that say like, oh, we're like woke people. I'm gonna go back to woke fucks. They say they're the most inclusive, nicest, caring people, but they're really not. They're just bullies. And people who push cancel culture, you're a bully.
True. I think those two go hand in hand, and actually all three, because it's like, mine is common sense. It's like if you see someone who, or like, you know, on the road, and you say, oh, excuse me, ma'am, and the person is like, how dare you?
I'm a man. What do you say?
I said ma'am.
So yeah, and he said, I'm a man.
And Brent's like, I'm a man, even though I have tits and a wig on, and I sound like a woman, and I have a fat ass, but I'm a man!
Sure, but you know what I mean?
I'm wearing a dress!
Like, someone could get offended by that, but like, if you have common sense, you realize that the person didn't mean to offend. There's a difference when people really try to go at you,
like,
versus...
if you look like a chick and I call you and you identify as a dude.
I think it's, sorry, bro. It's common to like, look, you know how many lesbians I know that have been like, yeah, being called sir, like, it's okay. I look like a guy, I have a butch cut, the way I dress, like, I understand. That's they're using their common sense rather than getting upset. Like you said, if you approach a situation with a little more love, you can be a little more compassionate. And Des, I'll give you a chance to elaborate, of course, but you're saying just don't give a fuck. Like, okay, they called you that. They said sorry, move on. Like, yeah, get over it.
That's the thing we can learn. The thing is that what I've realized, I've thought more about too, is that we can learn a lot more from nature, and just we can learn a lot from one. Like for example, what does your dog do when it wakes up?
He stretches
every time. Every time a dog gets up, they stretch. What does that do when you stretch?
First of all, I feel really attacked because I really need to stretch.
But what does stretching do?
It stretches your muscles.
But what does it do?
I don't fucking know.
It relieves tension.
Sure, yeah.
What does a dog do after, like, say like another dog starts barking at it or whatever, and the dog responds back, and then let's say they get separated. What does the dog do after that? It shakes it off. It relieves this tension by shaking it all off.
Mine will stare until he
because
anymore.
Because I really actually started doing that. I'll get stressed out and just be like, and I'm like, oh, I feel better already. You just loosen everything up whenever you're tensed up.
Yeah, but they tell you that in elementary school, you know.
But it works.
When you fall, get up, shake it off.
Yeah, but it works.
Shake it off.
And the thing is, the one thing I meant by
Taylor Swift also said to shake it
fuck
off.
Taylor Swift. She's
okay,
stupid.
Kanye, Jesus.
No,
so did Mariah.
Yeah, fuck. I don't know who that is.
Oh yeah, Mariah Carey.
Fuck her too. She bathes in milk. She's fucked.
Milk baths are really good for your skin.
Yeah, but fuck off. Like there's kids starving. Milk bath. Come on.
I don't think it's just literal like 2% milk.
It is.
There's other stuff in it.
No, it's her. She's fucking weird. Oh. But the thing what I meant by we can learn from kids is that kids don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like a kid falls, he's like ah, and then he's like, okay, well that happened.
Yeah, I think
kids
sometimes
get over shit.
Kids will look for your reaction. If you're like, oh my god, they start to cry. Versus if you're all right, they're like, yeah.
And they're like, yeah, I'm good. Yeah. Like kids get over shit like.
Well, I don't know if they're just be like, yeah, I'm fine, but
no, but kids just get over shit like that, and that's what we can learn from kids. It's like, hey, that kid can.
That's funny that you say that.
What's yours, Des? Well, elaborate on yours. No, but like,
he hasn't had a chance to elaborate. I don't even need to elaborate.
Who gives a fuck?
Don't like.
Well, I was just
even with
wanting
the example,
to give him a chance to speak on his own behalf.
But there's no other speak.
But you did great. You did great.
Even the example you gave with, excuse me, ma'am. I would have just said, excuse me. I'm not saying ma'am. I'm not saying sir. I don't care if you look like a man. I don't care if you look like a woman. I'm just saying excuse me.
And if you start going crazy, I'm just going to be like, okay, fuck off. All right, shit. I'm not going to deal with your aggressive
and then
ass.
I'm going to go about my business.
You clearly don't know how to communicate. Fuck you.
If you want to continue. Ruin your own day, but not mine.
Really quick story. A couple days ago, I was walking my dog, and a little lady, like she was, I don't know, I can't tell how old she was, but I would say at least like in her 60s. Like she was a little bit older. Me and Kingsley stop to let people walk by, and she was one of them, but she was taking her time because she was a little bit. I'm old. Yeah, and then she stopped and she was like, "Oh, your dog is so cute," and I said, "Thank you," because he was just sitting there like waiting for people to walk by. He was being really well behaved, and she was like, "Oh, girl or boy?" And before I could answer, she was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Is it okay if I ask you if it's a girl or a boy?" I was like,
it's a fucking dog.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, he's a boy. She's like, okay, because some people don't like when you ask that. And like clearly she was like scarred, like someone had told her. And I was
hey, you old bitch, I'm a fucking woman.
I was like, it's okay.
Don't you misgender my dog.
My dog's a boy, but also I don't get upset if someone's like, oh, she's so cute.
Everyone calls my dog a girl, and it annoys me a little bit.
I would too.
Yours?
Yeah. Oh, is she? Since he was a puppy, even when he had his balls, they're like, she's so cute. I'm like, it's a fucking boy.
I think mine looks a little more feminine than yours because he's more floofy.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Ted
Everybody used to call Kobe a boy too.
Because Ted's like, that's Ted, man. But even when I was like walking around, she's so cute, and I was like, it's a boy, and they're like, oh, I'm sorry. I was like, that's
but what I'm saying is, I don't care. Like, I'm not gonna be unless they're
care.
just like, oh, what's her name? I'll be like, oh, his name is Kingsley.
Like, I don't even say his. I say Ted, and they're like, oh.
Well, true.
They're like, oh, we get it.
Yeah, but like, I'm not gonna be upset if someone calls. Like, if someone misgenders me, I'm not. No
one's
gonna
misgender you, Joe.
But what I'm saying is,
you look like your gender.
Thank you, but my point is that like, it's not offensive to me. Like if someone said like, you fucking manly ass bitch, like that's different because like you're trying to insult me.
What if you got muscles?
But like I've had people ask me about my sexuality, be like, oh, like you look like a lesbian, oh, you seem like you're this, and I'm like, I don't get offended by that. Like, oh, okay,
sir, you look a little gay. Do I?
I'm like, what does that look like? How, like, you know what I mean? But
I think if someone says you look a little gay, like if they said to me, I'd be like, you know what, thank you, man, that means I dress well. That's what I assume.
Well, I think typically for a woman, if you say you look like a lesbian, they say you look kind of butch.
I feel like it's more of an insult.
Right. But like, to me, I'm just like,
really?
A lesbian doesn't look like...
For a girl, yeah, because I feel like it's like you look butch. For a guy, it's probably insult. There's different
types of lesbians.
Too. Yeah, exactly.
No, there's not. I only know one.
To me, when I tell, like, if I look at a girl and I'm like, you look like a lesbian, I'm trying to say you look sexy kissing a girl.
Okay,
I'm not thinking
not everything
butch.
is about you and your dick.
No, but I didn't know that people just automatically go to butch. I never thought that I didn't know that was a thing.
Lesbian.
No, I remember the first time I was ever told that I look gay. I was in a Gamora cosplay.
It's a little gay.
I was green skin, everything. And this guy, he was trying to hit on me, but he was like, because I wasn't like receptive, he's like, oh, and we were also at a gay bar.
Yeah, you're at a gay bar, bro. Come on.
No, but we were with like a group of friends. Like he was a friend of a friend, and we all went there together. He didn't meet me at the bar. We walked there together with a group of friends.
He's just a dumb.
But it was just like he was like, "Oh, sorry to offend you." I'm like, "Oh, fine."
How dare you call me something I'm not?
And he was like, "Oh, I just thought."
What was his question?
That
was it. We answered it.
That was the third part.
I also recommend the book, The Suitable Art of Not Giving a Fuck. It helps you not give a fuck.
The what?
The Suitable Art of Not Giving a Fuck.
Isn't it subtle?
Subtle art, whatever. It's a very good book. I recommend it.
I thought you were like, oh, I'm dyslexic.
It helps you
yeah, the subtle art of not giving a fuck.
Yeah, it helps you prioritize the fucks to give. If you want to know how I kind of got like this, that book really helped.
Oh God, if you want to be able to turn off your emotions, then
it's a good way. It's a good thing to do.
Hold on, so there's a little more.
I need a shit.
He said,
"That's the thing. I just need to poop."
He says,
"Remember, it's pushing 2."
He said some final things I want to say.
Oh yes. Okay.
This one's for Des. I would say thanks. But you didn't like any of my posts. Good, you asshole.
I think I've liked a couple of his.
He said, therefore, my ego wasn't boosted. And he said, JK, I appreciate it. This one's for Hugh.
Oh.
When you brought up I was your son, Joe said, where have you been for 16 years of his life? The reason I bring this up is because it's a weird coincidence that I grew up without my biological dad since I was born. Weird. Hugh-Gene?
You got some explaining
to do.
Hey man, I'm Jamaican. You know,
wow.
We tend to have kids that we don't even know about. So you might actually be my son. If you're half black,
he wouldn't know. He wouldn't know.
He wouldn't know. That's the truth. He might know. By his hair, his nose.
Not really, because you don't even look fully black. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean that as an insult. You look like you could be like Filipino or something.
But I still look black.
That's racist.
I said not.
Why? Why do I look Filipino, huh?
I don't know. I'm just running with this now.
What do you mean?
This racist, this sexist.
Hey, I'm your son, Mike.
Nothing's wrong. You're his son?
I mean, I'm you're my dad, Mike!
Oh.
Well...
He said, just a weird coincidence.
It is a coincidence. Have us.
You know what? To explain myself, I just want you to know that I don't really like people's stuff on Instagram. I'm not going to lie to you. I just scroll. I'm one of those people who just scroll and look and be like, oh, that's a nice picture, and keep scrolling.
No. This is not the Des makes excuses and justifies his terrible actions.
No, it's terrible. I did say it was terrible. I should have.
You could have. And then you put it on blast that you did, and you didn't even like not one.
No. And I still didn't go back and do it because that's not something I do. So I'm not going to do it for you.
No, you can't go back now. That's weird now.
Even if I see a next one pop up, I'm not going to do it now. I don't do that.
Oh, well, now this is about your pride.
I just send people stuff. I do what I do, and I do it well.
Now you're going to be like, damn, I really like that picture, but nope, my pride.
No, he has some great pictures. And I was just like, wow, these are very nice. Keep scrolling. I'm not into this social media stuff.
I guess I'm his actual dad.
He says, this last one is for you, Joe. I noticed that everyone is always arguing whether Hugh's British impression is accurate or not. I will not state my opinion on the matter. Bullshit. I will not state my opinion on the matter, but let's hear yours and see if it's worse or better than Hugh's.
Yeah, you fuck.
On a serious note, you guys are awesome and I appreciate everything you guys do. Adios.
Do the fucking accent.
You know what, Mikey? I personally am quite offended at the fact that you really thought that Hugh-Gene's accent is not as good as mine. Mine is more subtle. It's more laid back, but I'm not screeching like a banshee. Fuck you. Better than me like, I'm
You know
the
what?
queen. What?
That's crazy because I will say that both of you are actually very good. I'm not going to lie to you.
In different ways.
Hugh-Gene is good?
Yeah, yours is like, oh, when you're talking, all I'm picturing is like a little preppy black girl who thinks she's better than everybody.
I grew up in central London.
Exactly. And Hughes is like,
Hughes is like,
I grew up from like the slums and
I grew up in East London.
Yeah, like
I had to sweep to survive.
He sounds like he had to fight.
Sweep?
I was a chimney sweep. That's what I did. Yeah, I'm an old British.
Yeah, yours
bitch.
sounds
I'm
like
rugged.
You're still an old British bitch.
Hey, fuck you little twat!
Fuck
Go back to your Buckingham Palace!
fucking
You
badass.
don't know what struggle is! I cleaned the chimneys! What did you clean? You twat! Fuck you!
Just because you're louder than me.
Hey! You can't beat me!
Just because you're louder.
World War II!
Just because you're louder than me doesn't mean that your accent is better, okay?
It's a lot better.
No, it's not. I turned down your microphone and they can still hear you because you're that loud.
East London, bitch! Represent!
What do you know about East London?
I don't know shit about East London, but
But
my
no.
friend doesn't make it sound good. though.
Mikey, how dare you? How dare you?
You know who won that?
I won it.
The Queen won.
I wouldn't say my accent is good, but compared to Hugh-Gene, of course I'd say
I'm an old
It
British
just sounds,
lady, bro.
yeah, it just sounds
Go
like
to
different
old
Des,
times.
who won?
It sounds like different times. You both sound
And you
like
know
different
what?
times.
The reason Mikey said he's not going to state his opinion on whether your accent is bad
because
or
he
not.
thinks it's not.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he knows.
100%.
He thinks
He
it's
just doesn't
bad.
want you to come for him.
He doesn't want to offend his father. He's like, I don't want my papa to be disappointed in me. Oh, look at Hugh's face is actually sad. You know your accent shit. Mikey thinks it's
It's not
so
shit.
too.
It's great.
Yeah,
I'm an old British
because
bitch,
if
bro.
he likes it, he would just say he likes it. Don't do that.
He's gonna put it out. He's a firebender.
Is that why the last one went out?
Yeah, he's firebending right now. Legend of Korra is back on Netflix, boys. Time to watch it.
Yes, that is it for Mikey's questions. Really quick because we have gone longer than we wanted to.
I
this
don't eat
week.
poop. I just farted.
Oh boy, go ahead. Continue
God.
this week.
It's a time bomb in here. Yeah, so obviously yesterday there was a very controversial interview with Meghan and Harry. Talking about their departure from the royal family and all of that stuff. And did you guys?
I didn't care.
Yeah, I saw bits and pieces. I didn't watch the whole
I
thing.
didn't really
She
care.
really, well, you're the one who always talks about the queen and stuff, so I thought you would be like,
No, I don't care about the royal family shit.
True, I know you're not a fan of the whole like royal
Yeah, it's
patriarchy.
all stupid to me.
But there are a few points that I do want to mention to see what you guys have to say. The one that was like the biggest, I feel that, or at least the one that everyone's talking about the most, is that she was told that her son Archie would not be given security, he would not be given a title, and that the royal family was concerned about how dark his skin might be, like before he was born. They were like, oh, and they haven't released who said it, obviously, but everyone's definitely up in arms because they're like, the British, like even Canada, because we're a British,
Yeah, whereas the queen is still our head of state. Still.
right? And a lot of other countries that are primarily black.
Yeah, Barbados just released. They're no longer.
Jamaica is.
Jamaica's releasing their head of state thing.
Barbados released something.
Barbados is like, because the queen's the head of state, so like now they're saying no law. They're totally cutting off. Not because I don't know because of this.
Oh, I
but
thought
they're
it
planning,
was as of
no,
today.
No.
Okay.
There's something that they planned on doing before. Now they're gonna be their own thing.
Yeah, but everyone's kind of like, wow, they think that way about black people, but it's kind of like,
Yes.
it's definitely like old school mentality. So like,
And that's how they're raised.
right?
Like I
Not that it's okay. It's horrible
see. I don't think it's horrible because
in today's day and age.
the reason why I say that
And
is
Archie is so white, like skin tone
no
color.
I know, right?
Well, isn't Meghan like half?
She's like brown.
Her father's white.
Uh-huh.
Her mother's a dark skinned woman, but her father's white, a white man.
The reason why I say that is, I can think of black families who, are black families who don't have any white people in there whatsoever. And then I've had a cousin who dated a white girl and everyone would kind of make jokes at him and haha, if you guys had your kid's going to be white, ha ha ha. But like to us, it's probably like haha, whatever. But now that this is a
Who
royal
says,
family,
your kid's gonna be white?
black people.
I've never heard anybody say that.
No?
No,
Oh, well, that's good. I hear that a lot.
that's stupid.
Like you're
to me.
dating this white girl.
I think
Oh,
whatever
shit,
color you
man.
are, if you're dating someone that's outside of your, who the fuck cares? I just want my kid
We're
to
going
be
backwards, bro.
cute and like not a butt ugly little shit, and to grow up to be a nice person and healthy and happy.
Yeah, that's what you think because it's your kid.
Like when
but
when
you
I
have
think
the
about
older
how will
people,
my kid look, I'm not really concerned about their skin tone. I'm concerned like, oh god, I hope they
No,
get good
her.
features. Like you
really,
know,
I'm concerned about their skin tone.
I'm not, man. You could be dark as this fucking charcoal or light.
And that's when they
charcoal?
get bullied and all these other things.
But they get bullied for being light skinned too. Because you're gonna be like, oh, you're light skinned, you think you're also cool.
But the light skin bully is not real bully. I don't want to hear that.
I think the only
They
thing
get
that I ever
good bullied.
considered when I was thinking about like having children and like what they would look like in terms of skin tone, I was in like a relationship with a white man, and my only thing was that I said it would be nice. I didn't really care so much if I had a son, but I was like, oh, I would want my daughter to resemble me. That's the only thing. Like she doesn't have to be like my color, But like I would like.
Were you the prettier one?
What do you mean? No, not for looks. I just mean like if my daughter's not even skin tone, I just wanted her to look like me, to have certain like feet, because it's like, you know, mother daughter and like, you know, but it wasn't about like, oh, she has to be black or what. It was just like me, that's the only thought I've ever had, and it's not that I would dislike if she was lighter or darker or anything like that.
For
like
me,
I think it's weird to think that.
Yeah, for me, I just was like, oh god, the gender, which
really?
One? Yeah, that's the only thing I really thought about. And like for me, like with the son, I'm like, I know how to deal with your hair. The only thing I worried about with daughter is like, fuck, I'm gonna deal with this fucking hair. I'm gonna have to take some hair. Cause I told myself if I have a daughter, I'm gonna take I'll take like part-time classes and to deal with hair, because I'm not gonna do the
Which,
whole.
first of all, it's so commendable, because most people are like, well,
No, I told
a
myself
bun
because I don't
or a
want to
ponytail until you gotta cut it off.
No, because I don't want to do the whole chemical bullshit and all that crap. You know, like embrace yourself, bro. I don't want to have a princess though. I want a warrior princess. I'm not raised no fucking princess.
But you just said princess. No matter
Warrior princess.
So another point was that Meghan Markle revealed that at one point while she was pregnant, was it while she was pregnant? That one I'm not sure. But at one point she didn't want to be alive anymore. She was suicidal after the torment she faced by the British tabloids and the royal family.
It's not surprising.
And then, you know, I guess like the whole point of that is that like she's saying that now she doesn't want to live her life in fear and blah, blah, blah. They also revealed that the reason why they left Canada was, you know, they were in like Vancouver or something. But when the royal family took away all of their funding, took away their security, because they were receiving security supplied by the royal family. But when they left, they took that back. They snatched it back, actually. And they didn't feel safe anymore because like the tabloids and everything had the British tabloids had released where they lived.
Yeah.
So because I remember I was talking to my mom about this. She was like, I was like, yeah, she said she didn't feel safe. She's like, no, she didn't say that. I'm like, yes, Harry said they didn't feel safe. And it's not because of the people. Because I think my mom was like, oh, Canadians are nice. It's not about that. It's about your privacy, your security, your safety. And now you don't have security, so...
Because you'll never have that privacy and safety, that privacy anymore for the rest of your life.
Right. Well, so now they moved to LA. And I think before they even got their house, they stayed at Tyler Perry's house. And Tyler Perry supplied security for them, which I'm like, this man... is so amazing.
That is a good dude.
Yeah, great man. And I remember like my mom and I used to like buy his DVDs when it was just a DVD of a play, like before he was making movies and stuff. We just found him funny, and like, you know, we'd pick it up at like fucking Kmart or some shit, and like, I don't know, just see how far he's come, because he was homeless when he was doing all of that, when he was writing his plays and everything. He was living out of his car. And like, what a good man. The world needs more Tyler Perrys, to be quite honest. And he's so unproblematic. You haven't heard of one thing drama-wise about him.
Can we just say the world needs more good people?
Yeah, we don't need more Tyler Perrys.
Because I don't want to hear more Tyler Perrys and then 3 years later he does something and everybody cancels him, because then that's just going to piss me off all over again. Okay.
Yeah, I stand by that.
Yeah, no, I know.
We need more good people.
But to be fair, I'm talking about Tyler Perry as I know him now. You can't take what I'm saying.
I don't know. They did that with R. Kelly. His music was good until we find all this out.
Well, because he was doing that shit while.
But who knows what I'm talking about?
Okay.
But let's be honest.
Good people.
Let's be honest. If his song comes on, you're gonna sing it.
I'm singing it. I'm playing it. I don't
yourself,
care.
You pieces of shit. No, we will still sing.
Music is music. Art is art.
Yeah.
Anyways, gentlemen. This has been a very eventful 100th episode.
Very.
Can I say one more thing?
Of course you can.
Song of the week.
Oh God, what song? What song do you want to mention? Because I never heard you be so excited to tell people about a song before.
No, man, it's just that you kids know all this shit fucking music.
You can't play it though.
Of course I can't play it. I know YouTube. No, it's a good song. You know, good old classics. It's ELO, Telephone Line.
What is that?
It's a band. No, it's not a band. It's actually it's an electric.
Is this a known song or like...
No. If you're old, you'll know it. Young kids won't know it, but that's why you should search it up. It's really catchy.
Does he know that I'm older than him?
Yeah, but I have an old soul.
He doesn't.
Okay, old soul. Got it.
I have an old soul, man.
I think he means like literally decades and decades old.
Yeah, this is like 70s.
No, because he said if you're old, you'll know it. But he knows it. I don't know it.
Well, no one listening will know it.
No, but he doesn't. You're still you're like a year apart.
ELO.
But
Telephone Line.
All right, cool.
Yeah, Telephone
If you guys
Line.
are interested, look up that song.
It's a good song.
Thank you for sharing, Hugh.
Smoke some weed and listen to it.
Now, tell the people where they can find you.
You can find me specifically.
Yeah.
You can find me on Instagram. That's it. HUGHGNEB at Instagram.
Nice. Des, where can the people find you?
You can find me on my phone at I'm joking. You can find me on Instagram at DesiD18.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Jonel Wilson, JONELWILSON. And you can find all of us collectively, This Square Room, on our socials, on Twitter and Instagram at This Square Room. And of course, like we said earlier, our website is thissquareroom.com. Feel free to write in, question, story, response, or whatever it is. We would love to hear from you. Thank you guys so much for listening, and we will see you next Tuesday.